have it until vision loss has occurred.
I was diagnosed with normal tension glaucoma in July of 2020. And what we found out at that point was I had already lost 40% of my sight. You think it only affects people that are, 75 or older, retired, grandparents, and that's not the reality of it.
I didn't think at all glaucoma was going to affect me because I didn't know of anyone that had glaucoma, no one in my family. When you have glaucoma, you can't get back that sight that you lost. And so early detection and treatment is vitally, vitally important.
Don't miss life's most beautiful moments. Schedule an eye exam today.
National Glaucoma Research, a Bright Focus Foundation program, offers free resources and tips for healthy vision.
Learn how to protect your sight at stopglaucoma.org.
All of your favorite 1017 The Truth content whenever you want. The Truth app has it all. The Truth is on 1017 and 1510 WGKB Waukesha, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. The place for the realest conversations.
I appreciate United Garden Homes for stopping through with a check for $2,000.
Yes.
Some people came through anonymously.
Yes.
Dropped off money. The family has received those funds. And whatever you can do, if everybody do a little, nobody has to do a lot.
The movement continues.
What are some of the conditions in the jail that got people upset, like the living conditions on a day-to-day basis?
We'll come out our cell at 11 o'clock in the morning. We'll get food and we'll get medication. So that shortens the time. Out of those 2 hours, we'll probably get an hour out, and then we'll have to lock back down. And by lock back down, I mean we stay in our cell. We get fed in our cell. We don't come out our cell at all, and that's pretty much the biggest problem. And they simply say that they're short-staffed, but that's not enough because they knew that they were going to be short-staffed. Like, this has been a problem for over 2 years now.
The marathon continues.
There's never been a better time to make change in the city of Milwaukee, starting with the youth. And we talked about the housing. Willie Hines, y'all boy Willie Hines, and they trying to change the leadership over there. We got our hands full, and it's not the time. But we got attorney B. Ivy Lamar on the lines right now, calling from the courthouse. How you doing, attorney B. Ivy Lamar?
Hey, what's going on, Tory? I'm good, man. Happy to be here.
Joining me on the line, Dr. Umar Johnson. How you doing, brother, Dr. Umar Johnson?
Peace and Pan-Africanism, good brother Black Power, to all my brothers and sisters in Milwaukee, Kenosha, Green Bay, Racine, and across the state of Wisconsin.
Yo, peace, King. I'm going to stand with you and walk with you, brother.
God bless you.
Because I think it's an important thing, what you're doing, and you need to have the support of the community. Regardless if we live in these areas or not, it all affects us in one way or shape or form.
It's time for that action and all the smoke. This is the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association award-winning Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and streaming live on YouTube.
Man, best show in the world, bro. You got the best show in the world. I hope you know that, man.
God bless you, brother. I appreciate that.
Big up to you both. Thank you so much. Tory, you spoke to my kids. Liz, you did too. But you spoke to my kids, and when I tell you both that they was talking about what we did earlier that morning all day, that's literally what they was doing. They was talking about it all day. My son was just hollering,
awesome.
Where's Tory? Like,
I wanted to make sure that I let you know that to hear a person and have a person like you in this community, the way that you are selfless, the way that you give, even when your cup is not even full, you are filling other people's cup. And that just inspires me to make sure that I help you the best way that I can by doing my part.
As always, my good brother, stay cool, stay calm, stay focused.
Now, live from the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is the king of talk radio, Tory Lowe.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah.
Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready, we ready.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. And I'm here for the action.
And I'm about that action.
Hey, and I want all the smoke.
Who wants the smoke today?
Salute to all my brothers and sisters on the front lines. The marathon continues.
The movie continues.
Hey, thank you, Xavier. You did a great impersonation of DJ Brother Z.
It sounds like him, huh?
Yeah, it was powerful. It's in your own unique way.
Thank you.
Salute to everybody joining the show out there in Radio Land. Salute to everybody in the chat. We got another powerful show for you today. So I'm going to need y'all to open up your ears, okay? Hey, look, it's Friday. It's Friday. Look, we trying to have a beautiful, powerful show today, and then we got to get out here because Saturday, we got to be up in Madison, Wisconsin. I'm up for another Wisconsin Broadcast Association Award. I think this will be my 11th one in 5 years. So it's powerful, Truth Nation. It's powerful. And I'm up for what? Best interview this year? Best interview. Last year I was up for best show. So this year I'm up for best interview. And, like I said, we talk and deal with a lot of community members. Only reason I like that I'm up for best interview is because it wasn't no celebrities involved in it. Like, this show is driven strictly off the people. Like, I never wanted to have these big celebrity interviews on my show. I just think that, it's an easy way to, get out here and people, you interviewed this celebrity. But I wanted to flip that and interview the issues and the things that were going on in my community. So I was able to do that. And the WBAs is confirmation that I could do regular people or people that's out in my community, make their stories prime time, discuss issues from the community, and still be at the top of what's going on in the Wisconsin Broadcasting Association. Like, that was powerful to me. Like, and it is what it is. Like, we it's a lot of changes going on around here too, because the Truth is switching over to Civic Media. And so 101.7 The Truth is now in a partnership with Civic Media, and it will be also 860, another black radio station in town, and the Courier. So, and it'll be in like a black media trust idea. So, this is changes. Changes come. Change is good. Sometimes change is good. But I'll say this, it's going to be a lot of different announcements being made within the next couple weeks. So the big announcement yesterday was that the Truth, 860, and the Courier are now kind of in like a setup to where they're all sister stations now. Kind of like how right now 101.7 The Truth, ESPN, and 620, how they was all set up. Like we were all in partnership. So I guess now the Milwaukee Courier, which is a newspaper, and the Truth, and then ultimately 860 will be all in one partnership. So I say this change is coming, because I never thought that would take place. So the news yesterday kind of, okay, well, it's business. People move things around, and sometimes things that are not partners partner up. So this is just interesting to see that the next coming weeks, there'll be a lot of different conversation being had, transitional ideas and things like that. I'm sure other shows, as we start going through the transition, will start making comments, or I don't know if they already have or not, but everybody will give their own take on it. My take is change is inevitable. Like, nothing stays the same. I mean, when things change, you adapt. But I stay ready. I'm gonna tell you this about Tory Lowe. Like I be ready for a lot of stuff. Like I just don't say nothing. Y'all gonna see it, the different changes over the next couple weeks. But you know, I stay in a space where I'm always ahead. I'm about that action. I kind of pick up on certain things, and I don't say nothing about it. Y'all go when we start going through the switches and the changes. Y'all gonna see a lot of things in the next couple weeks, and I'll just leave it like that. I'll just leave it like that because, like I said, we've been on 101.7 The Truth through Good Karma Brands for like 5 years now. And it's been an amazing time. Like, we salute to Truth Nation, first of all. Like, I wanted an audience that was more about that action and for the Tory Lowe Show, at least for the Tory Lowe Show and Truth Nation all overall. Like, let's just stop all this extra and get out here and do something. And for the last 5 years, I salute Truth Nation, the brothers and sisters on the front lines for being about that action because so many times I've been out here on these streets and y'all came and y'all participated, y'all showed up and y'all showed out. Y'all showed up and showed out. And that's what I really wanted. That was my dream. That was what I wanted to do with radio. I wanted to make sure that I had an active listener audience because I was always out here taking chances for the community, and sometimes it takes a village to save a village, and we definitely have done that in the last 5 years with all of the call to actions that came through the radio waves, families that needed support. We done that. So give a round of applause to Truth Nation for actually creating an environment where the radio actually became a real resource for help and assistance. So I can't make that up. That's something that's already on the books. That's something that's already documented. That's something that you can't take away from what already then took place. Now, moving into the future, I don't know what that vision is because I don't know. I guess we're going to find out. But, hey, we'll see. But I'll say this. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Truth Nation. I thank you, everybody that ever answered a call to action. Thank you. We got a lot more to go. We got a lot of more things to do. We don't change. We don't change the efforts. Understand what I'm saying? That don't stop. And I'm here for it. I'm definitely here for it. But how did that look? We gonna see. We gonna find out the next couple weeks. How you doing, Xavier?
I'm doing pretty good.
Hey, look, we got Xavier in on the show this Friday. Salute to Xavier.
It's a special day.
Definitely a special day. Like I said, like we gonna have fun today. Hey, look, when we come back, we gonna get into the show, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 101.7 The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
Brew Crew Tuesdays are back on May 12th.
Curio sends it deep to left, and there she goes.
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they play the San Diego Padres.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness. Third deck.
Brew Crew Tuesdays are presented by Construction Business Group. Tune in May 12th at 6:40 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee, or check your local listings to watch the game.
You're a hard worker. Provide for your family and help out in your community. You've been there for so many others. But when life challenges you, when rising costs, unexpected repairs, medical bills, or simply a rough stretch make it hard to keep up on a limited or low income, you're not alone. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency assistance providers are here for you, working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. If you're struggling with high utility bills, facing a disconnect notice, or dealing with a furnace emergency and your limited or low income isn't enough, support is available. Visit www.heat.help or call 1-800-506 5596 to apply for a hand up.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Join March for Babies to improve the health of families. The U.S. is among the most dangerous nations for childbirth. With your help, we can tackle America's maternal and infant health crisis. Join us in Milwaukee on May 16th at 9 a.m. at Greenfield Park in West Dallas for this powerful community event. Connect with families, friends, and co-workers while raising critical funds. Every step counts. Sign up today at marchforbabies.org.
When you work smart, incredible things can happen. By joining Smart 18, the union for Wisconsin sheet metal workers, you'll open the door to a brighter future. You'll learn and earn more. Enjoy awesome benefits across the board. Build a great career and feel empowered and supported every step of the way. The smartest career decision you'll ever make starts with Smart 18. Find out more today at smart18info.com.
It's the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. I just want to get back to this new change. I forgot to. Somebody was just sent me a text and was like, "Hey, Tory, what is this new company about?" So I did some digging. Just to see what type of company. I guess the Civic Media Company. They were out of Wisconsin. The Wisconsin radio company, according to this search, Wisconsin radio company founded in 2022. Headquarters, they have a headquarters in Madison. The CEO, Sage Well, W-E-I-L. What is that, Will?
Yes.
Okay, so this is something that was founded by Sage Well, and they most of their companies are progressive. That's what they're saying. They're progressive leaning. Most of their stations are left, I guess you would say. So, like I said, if you like that kind of stuff, that's right up your alley. What do you think, Xavier?
Well, me, I'm a social democrat. So
yeah, left-leaning, yeah.
I'm very left-leaning.
It's okay. I mean, like I said, this is what they're saying, so they are buying up different companies, different radio stations in different towns. Right here in Milwaukee, Biko Baker is I guess he'll be the manager, and I think that they said Malele Cox was on the board or trust or whatever, So I guess they have some people locally that they have put some things together with. So like I said, it's what it is. That's why I say it's going to be a couple of announcements, big announcements in the next couple of weeks coming up. So like I said, salute to everybody involved in what they trying to do. And at the end of the day, I'm going to make sure I do what I need to do for me and Tory Lowe, and I'll continue to do whatever I'm doing in the community at the highest level. Matter of fact, it's a lot of new ideas that we want to put out here. I had a bunch of ideas I wanted to put out here this next coming week. Like this next week, I had to make a couple announcements. But since this happened, and now that it's out there, I got to wait and figure out what that is, because now I got 3 announcements that's coming. At first I had 2. Now I got 3. So we
We gonna figure it out, Truth Nation. Hey, it is what it is. But I'm excited. You know, I'm excited to see all of the new things that are gonna be taking place this year. And once again, I cannot thank Truth Nation enough. Everybody in the chat. The chat is amazing. A lot of the listeners, y'all been amazing. A lot of the callers, y'all been amazing calling into the Tory Lowe Show. I truly appreciate all the efforts that went into a lot of the events that we have thrown right here on 101.7 The Truth. I just hope that the station continue on, allowing more opportunities for young black broadcasters to get involved. We definitely set the standard. We definitely set the standard for the truth, and the bar is high. So what did Mo the Elephant say? They better not make too many changes. I know that as they better not make too many changes. Too many changes have already happened. I need to recuperate from that, you know. So like I said, you know, as we move forward, as we proceed, you know, I'll tell you this, I'm looking forward to the next 5 years. I'm truly excited. So whether it's the Tory Lowe Show or wherever else I got planned, that's fine. It doesn't matter. We're going to always continue to do the work. And that's before I even got on the radio, that, you know, we were doing the work. So it'll, whether the Tory Lowe Show is around or not, it doesn't matter. Like that's the sole purpose of everything that I'm doing is to make sure that we repair the village. So I'm here for it. But you know, I still got to talk to I guess next week we talking to the people that it'll be transitioning over to. So I don't even know when is my last show as initially GKB. Like like right now we still GKB, so I don't even know when my last show will be as far as like before the transition. So
from what I heard, obviously it's above my pay grade, but
right.
Throughout the end of the month, then we'll start seeing some changes, I believe.
Probably toward the end of May.
Yep, towards the beginning of June.
Okay, so in between this time and maybe possibly June 1st. So I need to know when is my last day as Tory Lowe as GKB.
I guess you might find out on Monday.
And we're gonna find out on Monday, like I said, or they might find out on Monday.
Exactly.
It depends, you know, how I feel about what I'm listening to. But it is what it is. You know, we're here to continue to make sure that we do what we can for the community. Bottom line, we have to be a resource. So if it's resourceful, that's powerful. I just thought that the way black media was set up in Milwaukee was trash for a long time. So when the truth came, it allowed different perspectives to be heard all at one time, which I think is amazing because then it gives the audience a chance to hear all sides and then make a decision on where they want to go or join the conversation and trade a decision, trade opinions. That's what you need in any society that's looking to move forward is everybody being able to be included in the conversation. Then, kind of give the audience the opportunity to do their research and then choose from there. Because there's a lot of people that I talk to that we probably don't have the same religious beliefs or political beliefs or anything, but we get work done. Like, if you got to move this couch, pick it up. You pick up your end, I pick up my end, we just moving the couch. That has nothing to do with what you believe or think or if you want to change your gender. You know what I mean? We're just moving things. So I've learned how to move things with people, even if we don't agree. That's what I'm best at. That's the best thing I know how to do because sometimes people will let their differences stop them from growing. And I don't like that. Like, you're a bot at that point. Like, I got so many friends that's Islamic, Native American, that we don't even believe in the same thing. But we get stuff done, and we respect each other. So I love that. I love that. Like, I don't even come in thinking that I'm going to make them believe the way I believe. Did we come in with the hammer and the screwdriver, ready to work? And if you can go to your job and work with people that you don't even know that may not even like you and get a paycheck, you should add that to your life. You should add that frame of mind to your life because at the end of the day, we all here for a limited amount of time. And when that time is up, it's up and life goes on. So don't allow the minor differences to stop you from doing the real work. That's it. That's all I'm going to say about that, because I see people every day, and they ready to fuss and fight over stuff, and I just look at them, and I'm like, okay, well, God bless you. Let me know when you're ready to join the cleanup. Let me know when you're ready to, go out there and help me, or I'll help you. Let me know when you finna do something so I can come over there and help you. And that way, once we help each other, we have a bond from being about that action. I like those kind of bonds. So, Josh in the chat says, that's a word. Aren't we all trying to move forward from changes already made? The trauma is real. Glad Tory getting recognition for his work. That's fire, though. Hey, look, like I said, if it weren't for Truth Nation, I wouldn't be able to do a lot of the things. Even before I got on the radio, like if it wasn't for those brothers and sisters about that action, tapping in, where would I be? It's all driven by the people. So everything I've ever done, it took people to help. So I'm excited. Next 5 years is going to be amazing in the city of Milwaukee. Only reason I see it and I know it is because I'm talking to a lot of people. Like right now, everybody said, hey, Tory, what can we do? What can we do? And I'd be like, okay, let's sit down. Let me see, where a lot of the energy going, and then let's point it in a direction to where it can help or become a resource. And that's easy. Like I done had like 8 meetings with people just trying to figure out, hey, Tory, how can we be of an assist and repair the village? That's crazy to me. Like some of these people, I never thought that, I would even be having conversations with Xavier. So everybody's feeling it. Everybody's feeling the need for change. And I'm here for that. Like that to me is the best way to move forward, is if everybody can do a little, ain't nobody got to do a lot. And I've been saying that since I got on the air. And let me tell you something. My brother just hit me up. Clean Your Hood Challenge. The Clean Your Hood Challenge. If you can get get one bag of garbage off the neighborhood and post it online from your neighborhood, that's powerful. And you get 50 people to do that, and that 50 can get 100 people to do that, and that 100 can get 600 people to do that. One trash bag. We done made a difference. The Clean Your Hood Challenge this summer. I can't wait to bring them in from Ghost Town. My boys from Ghost Town, they're going to be on the show. Well, I think we're trying to get them in here next week. We started the Clean Your Hood Challenge 15 years ago. Jay Biller and the boys from Ghost Town, they're going to be on the show next week.
What's Ghost Town?
Ghost Town is a 22nd and Wright area, over there. They call it Ghost Town.
I never even
that's from the block. That's that block language, everybody got the name for their hood.
Interesting.
Yeah, they call it Ghost Town. So
you'll be cleaning it up, or they'll be helping you clean it up?
We do the challenge so often. It's been a couple years, but they started the Clean Your Hood Challenge because it was a bunch of people from the block that came together and started wanting to clean up. And so we did the Clean Your Hood Challenge. From there, it's been going on for like 15 years.
Oh, what does the winner get?
No, it ain't. It's a challenge. It's like, what do they get from a TikTok challenge? Hopefully they can stay alive. Hold on. Hopefully they can stay alive. Some of them TikTok challenges might cost you your life. This cleaning up will save your life. So, hey, look, when we come back, we got the Pop Culture Report with Nasir Spencer in studio. Truth Nation. Stay locked in.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
At Versity on King, we believe taking care of our community starts right here, together. Every day, neighbors step up to donate blood, helping save lives in Milwaukee and beyond. But Versity on King is more than a donor center. It's a place for health education, community connection, and support, especially for families facing conditions like sickle cell disease. When you donate blood, you're not just giving. You're showing up for your community. Visit versity.org/Versity on King to learn more or schedule your donation today. Versity on King, rooted in community, powered by hope.
Join Cousins Club Rewards today. Grab your first sub and your next one could be free. After your first qualifying purchase, you'll earn a free sub and start collecting points for free food, exclusive deals, and even Cousins gear. Sign up today. It's fast and easier than ever on the Cousins Subs app. Earn points online, on the app, or in store. However you enjoy Cousins Subs, your rewards are right at your fingertips. Cousins Subs. We believe in better.
Tap into the best power hour in radio in Milwaukee.
So altogether, you're looking at $1,780 for your mortgage and for your property taxes in a year. And that's before you have to deal with, obviously, your water bill and electric bill. That's a steep price that people have to pay. And based off those numbers I just ran, to afford a home like that, you got to make $65,000 a year. But the problem is, here in Milwaukee, the median household income is only $54,234. That's out of whack. So again, I am all about affordability. I'm all about people getting homes. But what we have to understand is that until homes are more affordable, you can have a supply and demand problem. But the problem that we have here in the city of Milwaukee is that these prices, when people are listing these houses, they're listing them for prices that people really can't afford. And even if you do get the house and you're paying that, you're living paycheck to paycheck. Home ownership is not about living paycheck to paycheck. Home ownership is about finding something that fits within your budget and building equity for the future.
Catch Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace every weekday from noon to 1 p.m. on 101.7 The Truth and The Truth app.
Many of our most important memories are made at school. But for children like Victoria, the classroom can be a place of fear and isolation. She wore a bandage over her cleft every day, too shy to speak, too afraid to smile. Everything changed after one life-transforming surgery made possible by Smile Train. Today, Victoria's smile lights up her classroom, a symbol of confidence, connection, and new beginnings. Due to stigma, children with untreated clefts often miss out on school entirely. But thanks to Smile Train, students like Victoria are stepping into the classroom, raising their hands, and finding their voice. Smile Train partners with local experts to support with free cleft surgeries and other comprehensive care, empowering children to thrive in school and in life. Let's help every child walk into the classroom with confidence. Visit smiletrain.org/learn.
This is Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Xavier Spencer. Your Milwaukee Brewers put on another show, defeating the Diamondbacks 13-1, with William Contreras contributing 4 of the crew's 14 hits. Brewers pitcher Brandon Woodruff left yesterday's start in the second inning due to a significant drop in velocity.
We've seen it where he came down, his velocity's down early, and then it climbs. We were waiting to see in the second inning if it climbed, but it was down as low as it's ever been. And we think maybe some rest can build back up.
Brewers are in Washington this weekend to face the Nationals. The Milwaukee Bucks finally named Taylor Jenkins their head coach. Jenkins will be introduced at a news conference Wednesday, May 6th at 2 p.m. at the Milwaukee Art Museum, which will be open to the public. The Green Bay Packers picked up edge rusher Lucas Van Ness' 5th-year option at a 1-year fully guaranteed $14.5 million for the 2027 season. The Packers also have their rookie minicamp that will kick off today at Lambeau Field. I'm Xavier Spencer, and this is the True Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth.
It's the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
They don't want to say it, but they hate Lowe. They all mad 'cause I got the
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. We got Xavier Spencer in studio.
Yo.
For the Pop Culture Report on this amazing Friday. It's beautiful outside compared to what's been going on.
It's a little cold out there.
But I'm just saying, like it's been tornado weather, flooding.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm just happy that.
Hey, shout out the amigos and amigas walking out, protesting today. That was
you was
cool.
covering that.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I heard the song, the little AI song you had there, so I had to just shout them out real quick.
Yeah, well, like I said,
cool.
they was protesting for. You had to cover that.
Yeah, they was protesting, ICE and stuff like that, and in Milwaukee, and they want to Milwaukee trying
ICE out.
Yeah, ICE out, pretty much. So, it's cool.
ICE out, undocumented in.
Yeah, pretty much. You know how
Hey.
how it is. But listen, I want to start off with this. We're going back to Michael, but there's some drama going on, I guess, with Nia Long. She's fighting Lionsgate after a clause in her Michael contract. She was promised she wouldn't be paid less than her supporting co-stars, and it wasn't honored. She appeared in the film less
as the mom, right?
Yeah, she was the mom. She appeared in the movie Less Than Domingo, who was Joe Jackson, and I guess she got paid less. So it's an ongoing drama right now.
But did she get paid at the same rate per hour?
I don't know. That's what I don't know.
Because if she got paid at the same rate per hour, but got paid less because she worked less, that makes sense.
It makes sense, but it's I think a part of the contract it was like the standard of they all get paid the same. That's how
the same rate.
Yeah, but no, I'm saying though, regardless of how long you were in the movie, I think that's what the contract was.
But like I said, when they break it down,
right?
Okay, let's say we both getting paid $120 an hour.
Okay,
I worked 20 hours.
Yeah,
you worked 5 hours.
Right.
My check gonna be bigger than yours, but we got paid
right
$120 an hour.
I think she going off like her name. She's trying to say I'm Nia Long. Like, she's right, but like at the same time, like if you're not in the film as much as everybody else.
That's what I'm saying. So they gonna dismiss that.
Game is game at that point, right?
They're gonna dismiss that. It depends because you got to understand that we do get paid the same. You just didn't last long, right? I mean, that would be unfair let's say you work 5 hours at $120 an hour. We both getting $120 an hour. I work 40 hours.
Yeah.
You work 5 hours, but you got the same amount as me.
You don't think that if they promised it, though, that they got to abide by that?
Did you look at the contract?
I didn't look at the contract.
I'm just saying,
if they promised
she could have just said, you know what, I'm supposed to get the same amount regardless of how long I worked on the project. Well, they're going to break down the logistics. You did get paid the same amount. You just worked less hours.
I don't know, man.
Why is she fighting? Why is she saying they didn't honor the contract?
Well, I'm thinking they didn't pay her. She's saying that because they didn't pay her.
She's trying to get paid for extra hours that somebody else worked.
Well, I think
this is what this sounds like.
I think it's because they cut a bunch of stuff from the movie that she filmed. So maybe she did work the same amount of hours. But
so now that's different. That's
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I think happened.
What they say, write your hours down.
Right.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Your mom always told my grandma, hey, look, make sure you got your hours wrote down.
Yeah.
Because maybe they mess up. If they mess up on the check,
come on.
Hey, you got to document.
You got to watch that.
Hey,
I'm telling you, look. I think it's because of that though. Because think about it, all them scenes that got cut from the movie that didn't make it into the movie. That's why I was so rushed. And
nobody want to see Joe Jackson and Michael Jackson mama getting freaky.
Right.
Did that get cut from the movie?
I don't even know if that was a part of the movie.
Because they didn't even show them even making Michael Jackson.
That's good. We don't need to see that.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. So that got cut.
Yeah, I don't think it was a part of the movie, but I know what you mean. I'm just saying, though. Look, Lionsgate, they being cheap, though, man. I'm just saying. I think that if they promised it.
How they being cheap and they made like $200-something million?
That's what I'm saying. They being cheap. They're not paying what they promised.
Okay, so why did she even go through with it when they paying her by the week, she waited till the movie come out to get the check. I know she was getting paid.
I know.
The check was coming in like a job. Yeah.
Yeah, they got to get paid.
So was she looking at her pay stub like, okay, I'm not getting the right amount of money or what?
It's either that or they ended up paying like at this point, like right now. That's probably what it is. I don't know how their contracts work. You worked in the movie industry a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm trying to tell you what I said. I'm telling you.
So how does it work then?
The Actors Guild. First of all, you got to go through the Actors Guild. It's a certain
I knew that.
set amount of money that everybody get paid, and it's already negotiated.
Yep.
Now, when you're a star of a film, you get a lawyer and you negotiate your terms.
Yeah. I think you're a big star in the movie. Michael Jackson's
the mom,
mother.
Yeah, but she ain't got a huge role in the movie. She didn't moonwalk. Come on now. All
not
right,
as Domingo. All
right.
If you're comparing co-stars, Domingo was the co-star.
That's all I'm saying.
I get it, but I mean, she's one of the parents. It's a big name, I don't know. I'm just thinking. I'm thinking.
Look,
I don't know.
She gonna mess up because they doing a sequel.
Yeah.
Okay,
She'll be in it.
Well, not if she doing this.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, so she just messed up the bag.
I don't know. She might not mess it up. She might get what she want. They gonna want her in the next movie.
How big of a role is that?
What, in the next movie?
When he goes off into California and start doing all that, do you really need her in there?
They go at her.
You need her at the beginning. I think you need her right now, but moving into like now that he did the moonwalk and all of that, and now the brothers he about to go solo and all that. Like, come on now.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not after that. But
all right, so she just lessened her chances.
I don't know. I think she's doing the right
thing. She complaining about a paycheck. All right. All I'm saying is I work in the movie. I do certain things.
Yeah.
But I also had to fire some people too.
Okay.
So they had me firing people.
Oh wow.
On the set.
Yeah, that's scary.
Okay, so I mean I'm in there looking. Okay, so what I'm saying is she have to make sure her contract's straight.
Mm.
And if it is a breach of contract, she good because she gonna get that money. That's it.
Well, I hope all is good with her. Then I hope she figures that out. Because she had a great role in that movie to me. But look, I got another thing for you. Kevin Hart was on the podcast Call Her Daddy. I don't know why.
Call Her Daddy.
Yeah, I don't
That's
know.
the one that Kamala Harris was on.
Yeah.
I think Kamala Harris made her famous and gave her some money.
Yeah,
a lot of money.
Famous,
she gave her a ton of money to do it too.
Yeah, I mean the podcast was already big, but that made her.
She used some of the campaign funding for that.
Yeah, for sure. But,
okay.
Kevin Hart says Bruno Mars was born in the wrong generation. If not, he'd be one of the biggest artists of all time. And people in the comments are saying he'd be bigger than MJ.
No.
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think
All right, can Bruno Mars right now walk out in front of a crowd and have people fainting and passing out with the ambulance picking people up right now?
I don't
No,
think
he
so.
can't.
No, I don't think so.
No.
No, I don't think so.
No.
I'm saying
I think he'd be dope because of his style.
I think he'd be like Prince.
No, he ain't even on Prince level.
I don't know about
he
that.
is not on Prince level.
No, not right now. I'm just saying, like, when it's all said and done.
He needs to stop. All that gambling. All right, all I'm saying.
Before that, though.
No, what I'm saying is I like Bruno Mars. Now, I love Bruno Mars.
Okay.
I mean, I didn't like the first version of Bruno Mars.
Why not?
Because it was more like he came through like a white pop type vehicle.
That's true.
Like, kind of how Pink came through hip hop and then became a rock star.
Right.
Or Kid Rock came through hip hop and now he over there doing this thing.
Yeah.
Bruno Mars came over through like a hey now you're a rock star. You need the game on like that kind of way.
Yeah.
And then he finally got a position to where he could do what he wanted to do, and then he went brother on him.
So okay.
So I like when he went brother on people.
So you would prefer him went brother the whole way?
He wouldn't have never made it.
You don't think so?
Sometimes you got to go through with the music industry. You got to come in one way and end up another way.
Yeah, look at Post Malone.
Look at Machine Gun Kelly.
He still do both, but yeah.
But what I'm saying is, he came up through the streets of Ohio.
Yeah.
If you take that away, you don't get
That's true.
You don't get what you got now.
That's true.
So sometimes people routes I got to go this way to get this way.
Yeah, I tell people this all the time, like Bruno would have put up some good numbers probably back then if he made some, the music that he's making right now. But I'm thinking if he making good music, Mike just go harder.
Let me tell you something. Ain't nobody stop comparing to Mike.
Yeah, you gotta stop that.
I don't like when they do that.
Yeah,
like leave Mike alone.
Yeah.
Mike broke boundaries.
Yeah.
Mike.
He opened doors.
He was the first black artist on MTV.
Right. That's crazy.
Okay, he broke that boundary. It was all rock and roll.
Yeah. All of it.
Every Casey Kasem Top 40.
Mm-hmm.
So Mike would premiere his videos on network television. We'd be sitting by the TV waiting for Mike video because they said Mike was gonna come on. It wasn't no social media back then.
Right.
It wasn't no TikTok. It wasn't nothing that, YouTube. It was the TV. And Mike broke all those boundaries and opened up the door for Bruno Mars. No, it's no comparison.
I agree. I'm just saying, if he was making music back then like he does right now, I think he would be putting up some great numbers. I don't think he'd be. I will say, if he was back then, and people was listening to his music, buying his albums, I think he'd be one of the greatest ever. Because people, I mean, the way he writes me, I'm not saying he would be the greatest.
I think that Bruno Mars is great now.
Yeah.
I think he doesn't need any seasoning or extra salt on it or extra flavor.
Yeah.
He's great right now.
Right.
But when you talk about Mike,
yeah, it's different.
Stop.
Yeah, it's different.
Stop.
People
I
gotta
mean,
stop doing
that doesn't lessen who Bruno Mars is.
Yeah. I don't think he wouldn't agree with that either. I don't think he would even be in the same. He would say that he's not in the same breath.
This is marketing. Get in the conversation. Everybody trying to get a little sprinkle of Michael Jackson right now.
That's true.
Everybody trying to get their name in the algorithm right now.
That's true.
That's it. This is all this is.
That's true. I mean, that's Kevin Hart saying.
Okay.
That's
Kevin Hart. He probably hang out with Bruno Mars and they do all kinds of stuff with Bruno Mars. It's probably his buddy,
Yeah, all type of gambling. Yeah,
he probably got a few million off. He probably won something off of Bruno Mars because he got bad gambling habits. I don't know.
Kevin Hart just be throwing money around too. So you know how that stuff be going. So I don't know, man. I just think I think Bruno could be on that Prince level if he was back then, though.
I think that if Prince was alive today, Bruno Mars will be an opening act for Prince.
Okay, come on.
I'm trying to tell you, Prince.
You sound crazy.
Prince.
Opening?
Prince.
Bruno Mars opening.
For Prince?
No. Never.
Okay.
Never.
This y'all new generation.
Never.
And see,
Bruno Mars opening?
Y'all new generation. Yeah.
No.
He would love to open up for Prince.
He would never do it.
Prince?
He would never do it.
Stop it.
Guarantee you'd never do it.
Truth Nation.
He's too big of an artist.
Truth Nation.
Open up for somebody.
Yeah.
Bruno Mars. Never.
Look, Prince.
Never.
You
It don't
talking
matter.
about Mike Prince. You talking about
Open up for Mike.
You talking about royalty.
I understand.
You don't like Prince because you said
I do like Prince.
You just said
I do like Prince, but he
probably for Mike, but not Prince.
Yeah,
Come on now.
I like Prince.
Prince is up there with Mike.
Okay. I don't know about
He ain't over Mike.
He like under Mike.
It's like Michael Jordan, and then you got Kobe. Mike and Prince.
You don't think who's Bron in that situation? Then I was thinking Bron is Prince.
No, because they were rivals, but it wasn't that aggressive.
Okay. I don't know.
It's aggressive how they doing Bron and Jordan right now.
That's true. Yeah.
It wasn't that aggressive.
Yeah. I don't know. Bruno Mars ain't opening for nobody. I stand on that.
Not right now. He don't have to.
I'm just saying in general.
Anybody in history.
He's never done it.
He took a lot of his style from Motown and all that.
Of course.
He opened up for Marvin Gaye, everything. Like he a fan of the old school.
I agree.
He got it to a T. He took it. If it wasn't for the old school, he wouldn't even have a style.
I don't know if he opened. I think he'd perform
His
with him.
style ain't even original.
No, it's not. No, I agree.
Okay.
He made it modern though. You know, people like his style because of how old it can it looks.
He took it back to the essence of entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
And he used a lot of those old Motown swag ideas and entertainment ideas and the real people, the real foundation of entertaining folks. He took it back to that.
Right.
With the instruments, with the live instruments and things like that. But I'm telling you, Prince
I don't know.
was doing that with the good time. Come on now, somebody.
I just don't think he opened for him, bro. I just don't. I think
Here
that's
we go.
crazy to say. I do.
Wow, Truth Nation.
I think it's crazy.
Listen to this man.
I think it's crazy.
Nazir, I'm gonna tell you this.
I'm just saying, man.
Prince was that dude.
I know. But Bruno's that dude too.
Bruno is not
okay.
Prince.
He's like that.
Stop it.
Bruno's like that. Bruno's definitely like that.
I ain't saying Bruno ain't I already said he was great. But when you start edging into like the Michael Jackson, the Prince conversations, and those kind of people like that, he need to stay where he at right now in today's times. He all right. What Earl want to talk about? Earl trying to chime in? When we come back, we'll have more Pop Culture Report, Truth Nation. Stay locked in.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth app and 1017thetruth.com. Need a way to hype up your day?
Hello, is this Shirley?
This is she.
Shirley, you are our Gruber 5K giveaway winner this quarter. Congratulations.
What would you do with $5,000?
Going to look at buying me a pickup truck. That will be some of my down payment.
Stay tuned into 1017 The Truth for your chance to be entered into the Gruber Law Office's 5K giveaway. For contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com.
I love you guys.
You're a hard worker, provide for your family, and help out in your community. You've been there for so many others. But when life challenges you, when rising costs, unexpected repairs, medical bills, or simply a rough stretch make it hard to keep up on a limited or low income, you're not alone. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency assistance providers are here for you, working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. If you're struggling with high utility bills, facing a disconnect notice, or dealing with a furnace emergency and your limited or low income isn't enough, support is available. Visit www.heat.help or call 1-800-506-5596 to apply for a hand up.
Our children deserve a real chance to make it in life, and a good education is a passport to opportunity. At City Ford Collective, we're working to make sure there's a great Milwaukee school for every Milwaukee family, because more good options lead to better outcomes. And who doesn't want that? Together, we can give every child the foundation they need to thrive, and a stronger future for kids means a stronger future for Milwaukee. To learn more about our mission, visit us at cityfordcollective.org. That's cityfordcollective.org.
Natural gas is a clean, reliable, and convenient source of energy delivered directly to you through underground pipelines. The pipeline system has an excellent safety record, but there are clues that can help you identify a potential hazard. If you smell the strong odor of rotten eggs, hear an unusual hissing sound, or see blowing dirt or debris, it could be a natural gas leak. Leave the area immediately and call We Energies at 800-261-5325.
We Energies. People you can trust. Energy you can depend on.
Sweet Talks Medical Spa in Menominee Falls. Skip the sterile clinical office feel. Sweet Talk stays on the cutting edge of beauty and wellness innovations in a vibrant, playful space, promoting self-love and confidence. Sweet Talk specializes in a range of treatments, including injectables, medical-grade skincare, weight loss, hormone therapies, and more. Not sure where to start? Sweet Talks offers comprehensive wellness consultations to create a customized plan centered around you. Because at Sweet Talks, your goals are their goals. Learn more at sweettalks.com.
It's the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Say his name. Tory Lowe. Yeah. On the block by the courthouse. Phone ring. He already know. Mama crying in the hallway. Who gon' speak? She say Tory Lowe. North side, south side. Same pain, same tears on a different door. He the one they call when they can't breathe, when they can't take it anymore. Ever get Tory Lowe? He gon' ride when it's time, let the city know. From the hood to the front.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. We got Nazir Spencer in studio. He said that Bruno Mars, is better than Prince.
Okay, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Don't put words in my mouth. I didn't say that.
What you say?
I said Bruno Mars would not open for Prince.
Same thing.
I don't think he'll open.
All right, well,
I think he would perform. That's the difference.
We got Earl. Hold on, no, they didn't heard you already.
Nah,
we got Earl on the line.
Come on, Earl. What's up?
How you doing, Earl?
T-Lo. I got you about 10 years. I don't know how many years I got Nazir about. Nazir, listen. Bruh, Prince jumped off speakers with heels on. He played 12 instruments. He classic after classic. The movie Purple Rain. The girls he had. Bruh, don't ever. I got Prince family number. Please call him right now and apologize.
Listen. Bruno Mars got all that in today's age, too. Just so you know. He got the girls, he got the numbers, he got the catalog. If you go listen to Bruno Mars tracks, he did the Mike and Prince method. He only got 10 songs per album, and they all hits every single time. It's nothing wrong with admitting that he would have been great back then. I'm not saying he'd be the greatest.
No.
He'd be great back then.
I don't know.
Come on, man.
He would have been another Motown artist,
Lord.
which all of them were great. All of them were great.
That's what I'm saying.
And nobody's not saying he's not great. It's just he ain't on the Prince level.
I'm saying he wouldn't open. I say he would.
He would be happy to grace the stage.
I'm sure he would be.
He would just be happy to just be with Prince.
But if he was back,
he would hold Prince suitcase to his guitar.
But if he was back then in the 80s and
without
the
even
90s.
opening up, he wouldn't even open up. He would just want to hold his guitar all day.
Oh my goodness. Yes, I understand. He would definitely want to honor him. He would definitely want to honor him.
All right, Earl. Thank you for tapping in. Hey, I don't know what's wrong with Nasir.
Oh my man, y'all crazy.
Hey, it's all right. He's a little bit behind the ears.
We gonna get him right.
Yeah,
do a little history before you make them comments, bro.
Oh no, I do my history. I do my history, at the Earl. Trust me.
LeBron Jordan. I said LeBron first. LeBron Jordan, Michael Prince. After that, don't even talk about nobody else.
You said LeBron. You said LeBron first.
He said LeBron.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
hey, I like that
I played sports. What LeBron doing, Mike can't even think about doing.
All right. Hey, I do my research, but
all right. Well, thank you, Earl. We got Carolyn. Carolyn, want to chime in? I'll talk to you soon. Have a fun, safe weekend, Carolyn. How you doing, Carolyn?
How you doing?
You hear what this man is saying on the radio that Nasir talking about?
Oh Lord.
I'm over here shaking my head, going tisk tisk tisk. No. Bruno would have been lucky to be on Prince level, and to open up, Prince wouldn't have him open up because he ain't good enough.
Oh yeah, you sound crazy, Carolyn. All due respect, ma'am. No way. That's ridiculous.
Oh wow,
that's ridiculous. He's not good enough.
I'm just saying.
Bruno Mars?
Bruno Mars is happy we even put him and Prince in this conversation together. They had callers call in.
Oh no.
I'm just trying to tell you, like,
sit here and say he's not good enough.
I'm just trying to tell you. Now he's great. I'm saying Bruno Mars is a great he's great.
Mm-hmm. Look,
but when you start throwing in Prince and saying all this extra stuff about Prince,
all I said he wouldn't open for.
He won't even agree with none of this. All I said he would come in here and probably try to smack you in the head for saying disrespecting Prince.
I'm not disrespecting Prince. I think Prince is one of the greats. I think he's the second greatest next to Mike, under Mike. But I don't think Bruno Mars will open. If he was back then, I don't think he'd open for him.
Xavier, what are you thinking over? Who you taking?
I'm taking Prince too, but I'm saying Bruno.
Prince or Bruno Mars?
Yeah,
I mean, I'm taking Prince all day.
Yeah, I'm taking Prince over Bruno. That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah, you said he wouldn't open up for Prince.
I'm saying if he was back then, he would not open up for Prince.
Yes, he would.
No shot.
Yes, he would.
No shot. No way. Bro, y'all gotta understand. He got the same. Like you said, he don't have his own style. But if he adapted to that style back then, he would have just put on a different show.
Here we
go. He wouldn't open for him. He would be just as big.
Blouses.
I'm just saying. Hey, Prince is better, obviously, all the time. But I'm just saying. Bruno Mars is like that.
Kawanda says Nasir is definitely in the hot seat, all because he's still a baby.
Nah, I'm 24.
He just don't understand.
I was born in 01. I know. I'm in the middle. I know all the stuff. I know all the stuff from the past, and I know everything up to now.
You didn't even see the towers fall.
I didn't see the towers fall. I was still in the womb when the towers fell.
I was just starting in the rock band when you was born.
Yeah. Look.
Influenced by Prince.
Okay. Look.
Not Bruno.
Yeah, because Bruno wasn't there yet.
Okay, well, I'm just saying.
He was young.
Even now, I wouldn't start nothing influenced by Bruno.
A lot of people
ain't nothing. No, he went backwards to get his style to move forward.
But he's elevated over everybody else.
Well, thank you for the pop culture report. I love it.
All right.
Look, these old heads, hey.
We can have another debate one day.
We're gonna have to come back with this.
Yeah, I wish.
I think this was a great conversation for Friday.
Yeah, for sure.
I appreciate you for coming in.
Yes, sir. I'll see y'all later.
All right. I'll talk to you next week.
Yes, sir.
Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversations. Stay locked in.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation, tune in this week for your chance to win tickets to Tacos and Tequila Fest live from Franklin Field Saturday, May 30th with performances by Shaggy, Rick Ross, Genuine, Soulja Boy, Frankie J, Mims, and more. There will be craft margaritas, Milwaukee's best taco, vendors, authentic lucha libre wrestling, an exotic car showcase, a Chihuahua beauty pageant, art, installations, and so much more. Tacos and Tequila Festival Saturday, May 30th.
breaking down the issues that shape our city and our future.
Another function of white supremacy, don't teach black people stuff, because if you give us a little bit of knowledge, we'll invent something totally new. That's why it was illegal to teach slaves to read, because if we could read, then we could write. And if we could write, we could communicate. And if we could communicate, we could plan. And if we could plan, we could strategize. And if we can plan and write and read and communicate and strategize, we could overthrow white supremacy, because they've always known how fragile it is.
It's The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 to noon.
You've been diagnosed with COPD, but breathing seems to be getting harder. Everyday activities, walking to the mailbox, going up the stairs, talking on the phone, take more effort than they used to. You're short of breath more often. Flare-ups are happening more frequently. And slowly, life starts to feel smaller. Is this you? If your COPD symptoms are getting worse, there may be options that can help you breathe easier and get back to doing more of what matters to you. That could mean walking further, spending more time with family and friends, feeling more confident leaving the house, and getting back to the life you want to live. If your COPD is changing, it's time to have a conversation with your doctor. Visit the COPD Foundation website at isthisyoucopd.org to learn the signs of severe and worsening COPD and the right questions to ask next. Take action today. Breathe better tomorrow.
When I was diagnosed with Hodgkin lymphoma, I had so many questions. I didn't even know that it was cancer. Now I do. It is cancer. Blood cancer. It's actually one of more than 100 different types, and they're all treated differently. Now, unlike some other forms of cancer, usually there's no tumor. You can't screen for it to prevent it, and the symptoms can look like other things, so it could be hard to diagnose. I had a fever for weeks. I was so tired all the time. I didn't feel like eating or doing anything else for that matter. And I know that this can feel scary. But if you know what to look out for, you'll know what to tell your doctor. And you'll feel more empowered to take the next steps. Like getting in touch with the people who know the ins and outs and can help with everything blood cancer related. Blood Cancer United. They work one-on-one with each person who reaches out to answer questions and offer resources. Blood Cancer United was there for me, and they can be there for you.
Go to bloodcancerunited.org to learn more.
Listen to the home of the 5K Gruber Cash Giveaway. 1017 FM, 1510 AM, WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory, Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory, Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the second hour of the Tory Lowe Show. And it's a story that I want to talk about. I don't know how this happened, but they say
Derek,
Milwaukee
Indiana,
Department of
3:30 in the afternoon. This building inspector here in the area with police checking on a nuisance property. That is when this group of children pulled a gun on him and tried to steal his car. Remnants of a crime scene.
The inspector was shot by an 11-year-old. Now, when I saw this, I was like, what in the world is going on? We got the story if you watch as we broadcast live. Let's listen.
Yeah, Derek, Indiana, 3:30 in the afternoon. This building inspector here in the area with police checking on a nuisance property. That is when this group of children pulled a gun on him and tried to steal his car. Remnants of a crime scene remain along Wisconsin Avenue Thursday. It's here the Department of Neighborhood Services says one of their own inspectors was shot at as a group of children tried to steal his car. The suspected shooter, just 11 years old. The department saying, quote, the inspector was able to move out of the line of fire. His jacket was grazed by a bullet. Did you hear the gunfire at all?
No, we didn't hear anything. No, you don't hear anything. You've seen just a bunch of cops here. A guy was standing over here. They had his jacket off.
Alejandra Hernandez did not want to be on camera Thursday, but describes the moment police moved in.
You've seen the fire truck ambulance pull up. Everything got shut down on our neighborhood. And I had to wait until the next morning to find out everything that happened because the police wouldn't tell us anything.
Police say the kids got into a different stolen car, leading officers on a chase. It ended in a crash here near 12th and State, near Sinai Hospital and Marquette University. Our cameras capturing a smashed up silver sedan at the scene. Police arresting the underage driver, just 14 years old, a 16-year-old and the 11-year-old shooter.
The fact that we got 11-year-olds running around shooting at people and stealing cars. It's crazy.
The inspector's 17-year career with the city, longer than any of the suspects have been alive.
Wow. I mean, when I saw it, I'm like, these young boys out here throwing their whole life away before it even got started. This is why I had mentors come in and talk about addressing these issues with these young men, because this is just sad to hear that this 11-year-old, now that he's in this situation, they're going to send him to juvenile, unless they're going to waive him to an adult. And they waiving kids now. You shoot a pistol at 11, they may waive you into adult court.
How do you get a gun at 11 years old?
Well, if they breaking into cars, some cars have guns inside the car. So that's one way. I used to ask how they was getting the guns, but sometimes people be out on the weekends partying, and they'll break into the cars. And some of those people, they drove to the club with the gun on them, but they can't bring the gun in, so they leave it under the seat or in the glove compartment and things like that. And then people break into the cars and take the guns out.
You know what? I live on Brady Street, by like Brady Street and Water Street. So I see a lot of aftermaths of car break-ins, like the, Sunday mornings, right, Saturday mornings and stuff like that.
So that kind of, if they in cars, in and out of stolen cars, they taking the guns out of the cars. So that's a one obvious way. But sometimes when they get them assault rifles and stuff like I'll be like, how did they get that?
That's a good question.
Like when they be getting them with the banana clips, and I know you just didn't walk in nowhere and buy that. So how did they get all of this heavy artillery? So, maybe they got it out of a car. Maybe it was left in a box by the train tracks. I don't know. There's a lot of different philosophies on how they getting these guns. But the regular guns, the service weapons and stuff like that, those kind of weapons, those handguns, things like that, you can break in cars and get those. But when I see somebody with I don't even know what style it is, like an AR-15, where with the banana clips, with the 50-round drums and all that extra equipment, how did these little kids get all of that?
The ARPs you're referring to.
Yeah, I'm talking about I seen some things. I was like, where y'all get that from? I know this ain't regular stuff that, I know the handguns and the regular ammunition, the gun that they took probably already had bullets in it and stuff like that. But when they get them 50-round, 100-round drums ideas where it's multiple turn it into a switch and they can just let off a bunch like they go into war, I don't know where they get those from.
I've heard conspiracies about that. I know in Chicago, there's a urban legend that they leave these on the train tracks. They'll leave train cars full of guns.
Right. That's what I heard. This was what they was reporting back in the day. So, but like I said, this is a terrible situation. They may waive them. We may hear them waive this young man to adult court. 11. They said it was 11-year-old, a 14-year-old, and a 16-year-old. And this is early. This is early in the year. So, like I said, and what we could have done about it, I don't know. A lot of these young kids are already on the wrong route, and they armed too. So it is what it is. We got a caller on the lines. If you want to join the conversation, 833-212-1017. How you doing, G?
Hey, man, good afternoon. I just want to make a comment about something, and maybe someone
if they want to call in and discuss it. But this is what I don't understand. There was another incident where a young neighborhood services employee was killed. They wanted his car and shot him, and I guess they got all the people that was involved. But here's what I don't understand: that is neighborhood services is a city department, and we pay taxes for that particular department. But those inspectors, they got to use their own personal vehicles to ride around and do city business. And what I don't understand is why they don't have that the city doesn't provide them with vehicles to use to do city business and go in situations like that, And I know they wanted his car. I just don't understand. I talked with a couple of employees, and I guess they said they don't have the funding or something. It's not in the budget or something that I was told. But I just don't understand why the city doesn't provide so that they can stop using their personal vehicles to do city business.
Right.
And I just want,
be
I
able
don't know
to
if
have an
anyone from the city would
identifier
be
as
willing
well.
to, right.
That'll be an identifier for
Right,
them, so people know, okay, these people are working with the city.
Because this is not the first time. This is just the incidents that we know of where, neighborhood services employees, and because I don't know. I think I don't know if that's the only department that they have to use their personal vehicles to go around and inspect complaints or whatever. I just think that maybe providing them with city issued vehicles. It may not be 100%, but it may solve some of the problems as far as these carjackings are concerned. That's really sad that an 11-year-old, and luckily he didn't kill that person, because then maybe he needs some help. But my prayers go to the victim as well, because you're traumatized after a situation like that. And it's a blessing that he didn't kill that young man. I mean that employee that was shot at and got grazed by the bullet. That's traumatizing in itself. So maybe someone will have an answer for that, and they'll start providing them with city issued vehicles. So thanks for taking my call, and I'm gonna hang up and listen. Thank you.
Hey, I appreciate you, G, for tapping in. I'll say this. It's sad to hear that these group of young men are out here in the city of Milwaukee taking these kind of chances. Where did the system fail? Because now we're dealing with the aftermath, and somebody almost lost their life. When we talk about 11 years old, pulling pistols, carjacking at 11. 11. What was you doing at 11 years old? I was trying to figure out how to make an excuse to tell the teacher why I didn't do my homework. The dog ate it. The dog ate my homework. I'm not thinking about being in a life or death situation in a car with a 14-year-old and a 16-year-old. And he the one pulling the trigger.
Do you know the relationship with the other two teams?
No, they didn't even say. They got him now, so I'm sure it may come out as the story develops, because that's an interesting story. This, for an 11-year-old to feel like, okay, I'm going to shoot this man. Where did he get lost in the shuffle? Was his dad around? Did he get raised? Was he coming through foster care? Are these foster kids? Do they have a family? Do they have, what is, I would analyze this. This is definitely something that would be Exhibit A to examine on how extreme this is. Barbara says, at 11, I was playing Foursquare in the alley. Yeah, I mean, wow. And if this is the mind frame that we have to deal with out here, it's a lot. When I say we got to repair the village, I mean we got to go in, because These are signs that we got to regroup, rethink, and reshape because they did this and drove off on the police. Took them for a chase. Who was the driver? Was it the 16-year-old or the 14-year-old? These are young kids out there playing Grand Theft Auto right in the middle of the street, right in the middle of the city. And could have cost somebody their life. Wow. If y'all want to join the conversation, I'm going to open up the lines for a little bit for this situation. 833-212-1017. This should be a case study. They need to take this 16-year-old, this 14-year-old, and this 11-year-old, break down their lives, break down their home situations, break down just take some notes on this. Mona Elephant said, in broad daylight. Out here in broad daylight. When we come back, we got Shaw on the lines. Truth Nation. Stay locked in.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
May is Skilled Trades Month, a time to celebrate the hands-on careers that keep our industries and our communities moving forward. At Junior Achievement, students are discovering that today's skilled trades include technology, robotics, and smart manufacturing. With support from Rockwell Automation, students are exploring how advanced manufacturing and automation will power the factories of the future. Thank you, Rockwell, for helping inspire the next generation of technicians, engineers, and innovators. Learn more at ja.org.
You're a hard worker. Provide for your family and help out in your community. You've been there for so many others. But when life challenges you, when rising costs, unexpected repairs, medical bills, or simply a rough stretch make it hard to keep up on a limited or low income, you're not alone. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency assistance providers are here for you, working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. If you're struggling with high utility bills, facing a disconnect notice, or dealing with a furnace emergency and your limited or low income isn't enough, support is available. Visit www.heat.help or call 1-800-506-5596 to apply for a hand up.
Experience, knowledge, and results. That's what really matters when you need help after a serious truck accident. You'll need a lawyer experienced in fighting and winning for people just like you. Gruber Law Offices has the resources, strong track record of success, and a team of experienced lawyers to take care of your needs. We've successfully helped people injured in big truck accidents for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Join me every Friday at 11 a.m. for the Milwaukee Experience with Sherwin Hughes, presented by Visit Milwaukee. We're a city that knows how to celebrate, where the calendar is packed with festivals, the plates are piled high with flavor, and a lakefront sunrise sets the stage. Here in Milwaukee, every street leads to something worth savoring, a place that welcomes you with open arms and where joy is shared in bites, beats, and cheers. The Milwaukee Experience every Friday at 11 a.m. exclusively on The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, presented by Visit Milwaukee.
It's the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Heard that siren. Oh, he don't back down. Nah, heard him whisper in the hallway. They don't come round our way. Then I seen Tory on that crosswalk, clipboard, bullhorn, all face. North side, south side, same fight. He be in the crowd, not the stage lights. Picking up names from the gravestones, turning lost sons into brave ones. Yeah, he ain't fly in the big black car.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. We've been talking about this 11-year-old that shot the Department of Neighborhood Service inspector. Got carjacking. Out there carjacking these young men, 14, 16, 11. But the 11-year-old, the one that said, okay, I'm finna pull the trigger and shoot this man. We got Shar on the lines. How you doing, Shar?
I'm good. I want to first say people appreciate, like, when you do the cleanup, what you do and what you're trying to do. But you could do so much, and everybody knows that.
Right.
But the thing is, we have to stop blaming everything else beside these bad parents. I volunteer. I've been in the early childhood volunteer for 15 years. I volunteered without pay in early childhood education, without no money given to me. And what I find is these kids, even from the age of 3 to, everybody they know has been in prison. So their culture reference is different than ours. Their cultural reference is a cycle of dependency by their mothers or whoever, and of having different baby daddy in the family. We have to come to terms with ourselves culturally.
Go right ahead. Go. Preach.
We can't keep saying that it's all outside forces.
Well, some of it is. A lot of it is. You can't ignore it either. If you ignore it, that's crazy.
No, I'm not saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying ignore it, but I'm saying, what are you supposed to do for your child more than anybody else?
I agree with that. But Ajamu Butler said, two things can be right at the same time.
No, exactly. And I'm not saying it's all one way or the other, but I'm saying I think we're letting too many parents having a way out.
I think the system sets up the way out, because sometimes when you're trying to emphasize discipline on these kids, they'll tell you, hey, I'm gonna tell my teacher on you.
Yeah, but it's deeper than that.
I mean,
we have to admit
but then that's social engineering then, if it's deeper than that.
But let me say my last thing. We have to stop acting like it's not different when these kids have all these different fathers. I see it every day at the daycare.
I ain't gonna push back on that.
One child gets treated better than the other. Yeah, one child, like you in a family, and there's 8 kids, and one child, daddy, come and get him every weekend, and the other child don't. That makes an impression on the child. It does.
Right.
And so we all have to take part. We all have to take part. But what's going to happen, I'll leave you with this finally, is what's going to happen like it happened in other cities. Like you just said earlier, they're going to wave more kids into adult court.
That's exactly
what black people don't understand.
I wouldn't be surprised if that happened.
Well, prison is money. The people don't understand. Most prison is contracted out to private people. And so prison is money. Every time little Shaquan go to jail, somebody in Brookfield make money.
And they're going to make way more money off him because he started at a younger age.
Absolutely. You're absolutely right, Tory.
Well, look, Shar. Hey, look, I'm going to tell you this. You got to examine the family dynamic. You got to examine. That's why I say we need to take this 11-year-old and do a case study on him. Because what you're doing at 11 years old, we may have to dig around to see what his situation and circumstances was, because for him to feel like he could shoot somebody, an adult at 11, what was most of us doing at 11 years old? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Not this.
But let me leave you with the last thing, because I'm trying to make a pitch here. Please volunteer, people. Please volunteer like you're doing. Right. Like I said, I've been volunteering in early childhood education, and one victory, you'll be surprised how much that'll make you feel. I have kids that come and they remembered me when I was first volunteering, and they said, I remembered you, Ms. Shar, and now I graduated high school. Please volunteer, people.
Oh, yeah,
we
that's powerful.
Do it.
That's powerful. I appreciate you, Shar, for calling in. Hey, she ain't wrong. Like, we got to examine a lot of these situations and circumstances surrounding these children. And many times, we got to hold that accountable. A lot of times, it is parents. But some people, when you talk about parents, what does that look like per child? What does the home? That's why I say when they said during the pandemic, safer at home, that didn't work. For a lot of people ain't safer at home. A lot of times home is chaotic. We got Lisa on the lines. How you doing, Lisa? Blessings, Lisa.
A lot of these parents, I'm not going to even fault the parents. You know, some of these mothers, some of them come from a one-family home, but, you know, I was brought up in a two-family home, and my generation, they were pretty much brought up in a two-family home where, you know, the father laid down the laws of the land, and, you know, but these kids nowadays, they not only disrespectful, they don't listen. Because, you know, they know everything. Look, we've been there, done that. We thought we knew everything, too. We'd be like, man, Daddy, shut up. You know, in our brains. I don't know, I ain't got to tell me, all right, you know. But truth come to shove. Them kids out there, at that time of it, why are you not in school? We must ask them, what's going on that 11-year-old, why? All three of them. Why are you not in school? Please tell me why. You better give me a valid reason. Because you know what? If it was me, and I was in that courtroom, I'd be like, oh, baby, hold on. Mama, help me. Okay, hold on. Let me get some tissue. Because that's all I can help you with now. Now, you lay your tears on that tissue. Because Mama done told you. And I done told you right. And don't y'all feel bad, you mothers and fathers. Don't you dare feel bad. As long as you have raised them right, there's nothing you can do. If you let the outside world and your so-called friends raise you and tell you all this and that, then you deal with it. Let's see if they're going to be with you in the end. Let's see what they're going to do. They're going to be crying for their parents, too. So you know what, mother? Don't be trying to lose your house or whatever to save them. Look, if you save them, he ain't going to do nothing but go back out there and do it again. Because he's going to Mama going to get me out. So let him stay there. Let him learn. He's 11 years old. You can't tell him nothing now. He's shooting people.
Wow.
He's shooting people. What can you tell him?
You're going
to let them shoot you up in jail, baby.
Wow.
Yeah, pulling the trigger. So, you know, I can't fault the mother. We don't know. You know, he was supposed to probably be at
We
school.
don't even know if he was even a foster. He could have been out of the foster care system, too. We don't know.
He could have been, too. Yeah, we don't know. And for those, you know, that are in those type of environments and homes and things like that, being a foster kid, I pray for you. I feel for you because they don't know. They truly don't know. But for the kids that have experience, and let me tell you something, women, you super women out there, I could do this, I could have a kid by myself. No, you can't. Don't you believe in Superwoman? Superwoman only work 1 day a week, 1 hour a day. You know, she came on once a week and 1 hour a day. She had all that time to so-called save the world or save one person. Bobby, you got to deal with that child. You ain't no Superwoman. Sit your butt down. Something's going to have to lose. Either going to be your job or your kid. That's all I got to say. Have a good day, Tory. Love you.
Thank you. Love you, too. Have a fun, safe weekend, Lisa. I appreciate you for tapping in.
All right, we'll do.
Can we get Brother Love before we run the break? Let's get Brother Love on the lines. How you doing, Brother Love?
Hey, Tory, man. How you doing?
Blessings, Brother
Happy
Love.
Friday. Yes, brother. Tory, I just wanted to chime in and say you've been doing a wonderful job and have a great weekend. And Tory, I you know what? I can't really say nothing, Tory. I don't even have the words to say. You got better understanding and knowledge of the situation than me, man. So I'm just gonna hang up and listen to you, brother.
No, I mean, like I said, if you ever had to deal with coming up around peer pressure and things like that, I mean, you got a lot to say. You know, when you coming up and you got to choose the company you keep, you got to choose the friends wisely. But if you're coming from chaotic upbringings and you surround yourself with other people who don't mind the chaos, you may end up in a bad situation.
Yeah. So I just pray that God open my heart and I can show sympathy to people that come from worse circumstances than me, brother. Or Ian.
Okay, well, thank you.
All right, brother. Have a great one.
Thank you, Brother Love. I appreciate you for tapping in.
Yep.
Wow. I mean, this is something that when I look at this, I'll say this. The ultimate thing we could do is talk about where did these kids come from? What environment did they come from? And then try to study this, because I'll say this. I couldn't even imagine my son at 11 out there in broad daylight, supposed to be in school, running around with two other teens who's supposed to be in school, with a gun. I mean, that just blows my brain that where the adults, do we assume that they have parents, but do they have parents? Are they from the foster care system? These are all of the questions and things we should be trying to figure out and use this situation as a case study. And the information from it would be almost gold. And then test them for lead. J Mac in the chat says this could be Milwaukee lead poisoning. Test them for lead. I would love for them to be tested for lead or to see if they had high lead levels or lead poison. I mean, these are the things that we got to kind of just examine because Milwaukee do have a lead crisis going on.
Yeah, we do.
That's largely ignored. I've been talking about the lead crisis for years. I got documentaries, everything on lead poison. And then people was trying to cover it up. Oh, it's not from the water. It's from the paint. It's not from the lead laterals. It's from the paint. Then all of a sudden now they say, oh, we got to remove the lead laterals. Okay, so when do the lead poisoning become topic of discussion?
It's interesting. I don't know. I always grew up drinking bottled water and stuff like that. My parents always told me not to drink the tap water, which is kind of crazy considering we live in America. But just like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, they just changed the lead piping in front of my house.
Right, because it was a problem, But they didn't want to make it a big deal because over the years, there's a lot of groups we've been pushing to change these lead laterals. Plus, in the neighborhoods that we live in, there's no water filtration systems. And when you start getting on the outskirts of Milwaukee, you can't even get an apartment without a water filtration system because the landlords have it already on the sink. But if you get into the hoods, on the block, you can move into a place, no water filtration system on there, and these kids ain't trained on how to drink that water. They just trying to get them some water. They making Kool-Aid, things like that. So when we gonna start having those conversations?
Hopefully soon.
Hey. Well, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we're going to have more conversation. We got the lines open if you want to join the conversation, 833-212-1017. Truth Nation, stay locked in.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Don't miss one of Milwaukee's favorite summer traditions, the U-Path Ride for Arts, presented by Miller Lite, returns Sunday, May 31st. Ride a fully closed 20-mile course across the Hone Bridge with incredible lakefront views. Kids 12 and under ride free thanks to the Brewers Community Foundation. All in support of Southeastern Wisconsin Performing Arts. 7 a.m. start, finish at UPath Fest on Summerfest grounds. Register today at upathride.org. That's UPAFRIDE.org.
Hey Wisconsin, it's construction season and the Wisconsin DOT wants to help you safely navigate work zones in your area. Check 511wi.gov or download the free 511 app to see current road work, closures, detours, and camera views on your route. Wherever your travels take you, know before you go with 511wi.gov. That's 511wi.gov. And remember, know before you go. Always park the phone while driving. Sponsored by the Wisconsin DOT.
Honest, direct, and always thought-provoking.
Even if the system don't make sense anymore. And that's the part we got to be honest about. Education is not a theory. It's not a title. It's not a category. It's a student, it's a teacher, it's a classroom, and there's learning. Everything, everybody else, including the superintendent herself, are secondary. Assistant superintendents, or whatever the heck you call them, deputy, chief of school, everybody, they are secondary if a child's not learning. The student is the number one thing there. So if we've reached the point where the only way to defend the system is to argue that keeping teachers out of the classroom is essential to education, then we're not just confused. We backwards. And when policy, practice, priorities, and money collide like that, there's only one word for all of this: nonsensical.
Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris, weekdays from 4 to 6, live on YouTube and broadcasting on 1017 The Truth.
You served behind the desk.
You served in combat.
You did 4 years and got out.
You were drafted.
You gave 20 years.
You gave exactly what your country needed.
And so did you.
When you raised your hand and swore an oath to your country, when you put your name on a dotted line, You became part of only 1% of Americans who did the same. You are a veteran.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran. Because no matter when, where, or how you served, you made a sacrifice for your country, and you deserve support.
If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
Reach out to a loved one, to a fellow veteran, to VA.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
This is Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Xavier Spencer. Your Milwaukee Brewers put on another show, defeating the Diamondbacks 13-1, with William Contreras contributing 4 of the crew's 14 hits. Brewers pitcher Brandon Woodruff left yesterday's start in the second inning due to a significant drop in velocity.
We've seen it where he came down, his velocity's down early, and then it climbs. We were waiting to see in the second inning if it climbed, but it was down as low as it's ever been. And we think maybe some rest can build back up.
Brewers are in Washington this weekend to face the Nationals. The Milwaukee Bucks finally named Taylor Jenkins their head coach. Jenkins will be introduced at a news conference Wednesday, May 6th at 2 p.m. at the Milwaukee Art Museum, which will be open to the public. The Green Bay Packers picked up edge rusher Lucas Van Ness' fifth-year option at a one-year fully guaranteed $14.5 million for the 2027 season. The Packers also have their rookie minicamp that will kick off today at Lambeau Field. I'm Xavier Spencer, and this is the True Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth.
It's the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
It's either us or them. Cause we don't rock with them. It's either us or them. Cause we don't rock with them. It's either us or them. Cause we don't rock with them. It's either us or them. Cause we don't rock with them. It's either us or them. Cause we don't mess with them. It's either us or them. Cause we don't mess with them. It's either us or them. Cause we don't mess with them. It's either us or them. Cause we don't rock with them. It's either us or them. Cause we don't
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. It's a couple scams going on that I want to bring to everybody's attention. Now, also, it was a scam that hit my phone. I tried to tell everybody that it was like a We Energy scam. Like they was trying to say that one was a ticket for parking tickets and one was a We Energy scam. And it comes to your phone and then they try to get you to pay through clicking on the link. So if you get anything on your phone asking you to pay something, that ain't how companies work. Okay, if they say the name of a company, call that company. Do not go through any text messages for any bill, any ticket, just anything asking for money through the text message. Pick up the phone and call. That's the scam. A lot of y'all see that on the text message and they say, okay, you owe a bill, or you owe We Energy, or you got a ticket out here, or you owe taxes. Hit this, click that link. Do not click nothing. They not gonna contact you that way. This ain't Temu. Like Temu might send you something, try to get you to go in there and try to say that you won something, and then you got to try to spend so much to try to get the prize. That's Temu. But any bill, any service, if it's coming to your phone, it's a scam. Just look at it like that. Because some people clicking on it. And what they doing is getting your information to what's in your phone. And some of y'all got Cash App, some of y'all got PayPal, some of y'all got y'all credit cards connected to y'all phone. Once they get in your phone and get your information, they might get, you might be thinking you finna go out and kick it this weekend. But they done took your money. Now you're looking funny because you clicked on the text message. Don't click on it. That's all I'm going to say. Because I'm just trying to give you the short, easy, fast way. See, we got trained. We get trained here at GKB. They give us to look through how to identify scams, things like that. So, but since y'all don't take the classes, or some of y'all ain't taking classes, don't click on the text message. If they say you owe some money, pick up the phone and call, or you're going to be looking funny, okay? They're going to take your money and you're going to be looking funny. But there's a scam. It's out of Seattle. It's called ghost tapping. The scam charging your card without you knowing. It's called ghost tapping. If you're watching as we broadcast live, we got the scam. Let's listen.
These days, money moves in modern ways. A tap here, a tap there. It's speedy, it's easy.
It's a growing problem. So when you think about how convenient and how commonplace this payment is, it's just a matter of time before somebody wants to take advantage of that.
Turns out that time is now. Ben Spradling with the Better Business Bureau stopped by Cairo 7 to fill us in on the latest fraud fad. Ghost tapping, a proximity-based scam that uses that same tap-to-pay tech to steal money from a card or phone that never left your pocket. It's pickpocketing without the pocket.
It is, exactly right.
The recipe for disaster? One cheap payment device and 1 inch.
An attacker doesn't even have to have it out. They can simply just bump against your wallet, just automatically steal the information through essentially a wireless radio frequency.
James Chetwani is a cybersecurity advisor for GuidePoint Security. Their insights show ghost tapping claims have surged 150% over the past year.
Really, everybody is at risk here.
It happened to Carly Sargent in Everett.
I don't have online banking or anything. Nice. So from the very beginning, I was hyper vigilant, and it still happened to me. Very violated.
No contact, no warning, and by the time most people notice, the financial damage is already done.
We kind of are left playing defense right now.
In this case, the best defense is prevention.
Okay, so they could just bump against you and take the money.
I got like these shield things in my wallet that actually prevents that. I've been knowing about this for the past 5 years.
So,
6 years.
Joe, you could go buy a shield to go around your phone too, or just a wallet?
It's for my cards in my wallet.
Okay, so this is aimed at the cards.
Yes.
Your credit cards.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. So I mean, you can see I have one on the other end and one on the other end, and then close it in, and then they can't tap it at all.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So, can you ever find out who did it, or just
no? It's just
your money just gone.
Exactly, it'll just come right out. I actually know someone that happened to. They had like a Cash App card, and they went out to the bars, and they're like, someone like charged like $400, $500 to their card or whatever, and it didn't even say where it came from. It just
what?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, you got to be vigilant out here. I mean, just like I don't know if you saw at the stores, people or when you're paying at the gas station, people will put like these like covers on the thing where you slide your card in, and it'll read your numbers, and say like when you're putting in your PIN number, it'll have your PIN number now.
Right. I saw that, but they also got at the ATM where they got the fake setup.
Yep.
That's with the ATM. Oh yeah. Okay, so I saw that. You know, but I know that they do it at the gas stations too.
Yep, and then even at the pumps too now. So you just got to be super vigilant and make sure you're paying attention now.
Wow, it's just a lot of ways to get that money, that technology. I told you, this is that new technology out here. Y'all worried about AI, and somebody zapping your credit cards with what they say what kind of devices? Just
it's just like
like one of those tap things, but they jailbroke it or something.
Yeah, it's kind of like a little radio device. So all they do is just have it outside. They have it in like whatever, like their pocket or whatever, and they just walk around, and all they have to do is kind of get in proximity of you, and it'll tap.
Wow. Kawan in the chat says, Tory, it's for cards, and one of my clients was scammed from a housekeeper who hid her Apple Pay on her phone and held it against the client and took $500 from her. Well, it's another scam too. Like somebody say, "Hey, can I use your phone right quick? I got to make a phone call. I got a loved one that's sick and things like that." Then when they get your phone, they'll go and send money from your Cash App and your PayPal or whatever they can get to. They'll hurry up and scan through your phone and send the money over, acting like they're using your phone.
Well, at least in mine, I have like when you click on your app, on the money apps, you have to put in the passcode. At least that's what I do for my phone.
You got a two-way code.
Yep.
Hey, it can get tricky. Also, we got another scam. The one in Seattle was called ghost tapping. This one is in Wisconsin. It's called the ghost student. The ghost student the ghost student scam They say that thieves are stealing financial aid. The ghost student. If you watch it as we broadcast live, we got this scam. Let's listen.
I'm a polymer scientist.
Consider Jennifer Lowe a high achiever.
Right now, I'm lucky enough to lead a team of scientists working on making new chemical formulations for paint.
The Franklin woman graduated in 2005 from Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology, among the top-ranked engineering schools in the country. Stack that with a PhD from the University of Minnesota in 2010.
That leads me to believe that you don't need more schooling.
I really liked school, but I think I've done my time.
So imagine her shock when this letter came, saying she was enrolled in the University of Phoenix.
I never enrolled there. I'd never applied for a FAFSA since 2000, and I definitely hadn't taken out any student loans.
The letter, showing almost $2,400 in federal student aid, was heading her way. A scammer enrolled in federal student aid, or FAFSA, using her name and an old Louisiana address, and stated she graduated from a high school nearby. Here's how the ghost student scam works. Thieves apply for student loans using someone else's name. The federal government dishes out the cash, and some of it goes to the school. But the rest of the money, typically earmarked for books and housing, becomes available for the scammers to withdraw. In her case, they made off with nearly $1,000. Now she's responsible for proving she didn't steal it.
I've had to provide multiple photo identifications to them, and I've had to provide all my financial records for both my undergraduate and graduate degree. I had to provide actual high school diploma.
She filed a report with Franklin Police and a complaint with the loan provider, Aidvantage.
The result of this dispute does not change the underlying obligation on the debt. So I still owe it. I'm still on the hook.
It's rampant. John Woolley leads the investigations into these cases in the Midwest for the Department of Education. Ghost student scams resulting in losses of more than $360 million nationwide in 6 years.
That's my tax dollar and whoever else's tax dollar out there.
Yep, it's tax money that's being siphoned off. The schools are victims. It's not legitimate funds. It's obviously taken back. So yeah, it's bad for everybody involved.
He says the rise of online classes and online payments accelerated the problem.
Everything's just more convenient for legitimate students, but also the more vulnerabilities that we have to look out for.
University of Phoenix has frozen the student account in her name and verified the identity theft complaint. Here's how you can protect yourself. If you get a letter regarding aid you didn't apply for, report it immediately. They could catch it before that payment is sent. Also, watch your credit report and report any suspicious activity.
It seems like they're just trying to drag it out until I have to pay or end up in delinquency.
Meantime, Lowe is frustrated with the hassle.
If I'm the victim of a crime, why should I have to pay for it?
Hey, this could happen to anybody. I didn't even know this was even a thing that they could do. I thought that you had to give ID, everything, before you could get a student loan. But if you're working online.
Well, if they steal all your information, then it makes it super easy because it's online now.
Right. So now it's just a matter of getting your information. And I don't know how they got her information, but they saying that they found some things, a piece of her information, and they used it. But, man, and she's still fighting it to rectify the situation.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Messed up her credit score and everything. Went from a 750 to now, you know, it may not even be tracked. It's down to 100.
Do you believe college should be free?
I believe that college should be free for those, you know, in America, you know, like I believe it should be free, to tell you the truth.
I think that would take all that out, all that.
Once you get your degrees, that don't mean you're going to get a job. So now you're in debt.
Exactly.
You just spend $60,000 to go to college, and then you can't even get a job. And what's that? That's a trap right there.
Well, that's becoming more and more common now. I mean, with AI, a lot of the entry-level jobs that college students graduate and go to, they're all eliminated now. So people are graduating with $70,000, $80,000 in debt now, and they would think they'd be going into a job where they'd be making, you know, $40,000, $50,000 a year. But now that's all AI.
Here we go. Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, We'll have more
slavery and capitalism versus 19th century. We were dramatically more primitive back then. And a slave that is able to buy their freedom is the same as the disaffected, disgruntled worker that is able to buy their way into entrepreneurship because that for them is freedom.
Listen to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
You're a hard worker. Provide for your family and help out in your community. You've been there for so many others. But when life challenges you, when rising costs, unexpected repairs, medical bills, or simply a rough stretch make it hard to keep up on a limited or low income, you're not alone. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency assistance providers are here for you, working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. If you're struggling with high utility bills, facing a disconnect notice, or dealing with a furnace emergency and your limited or low income isn't enough, support is available. Visit www.heat.help or call 1-800-506-5596 to apply for a hand up.
Tacos and Tequila Festival, Saturday, May 30th at Franklin Field, featuring live performances by Shaggy, Rick Ross, Genuine, Soulja Boy, Frankie J, Mims, and more. There will be craft margaritas, Milwaukee's best taco vendors, authentic lucha libre wrestling, an exotic car showcase, a Chihuahua beauty pageant, art installations, and so much more. Tacos and Tequila Festival, Saturday, May 30th. Get your tickets at tacoandtequilafestival.com.
Join March for Babies to improve the health of families. The U.S. is among the most dangerous nations for childbirth. With your help, we can tackle America's maternal and infant health crisis. Join us in Milwaukee on May 16th at 9 a.m. at Greenfield Park in West Dallas for this powerful community event. Connect with families, friends, and coworkers while raising critical funds. Every step counts. Sign up today at marchforbabies.org.
Wisconsin is as hard-working of a place as you'll ever find. People here are tough, but even the toughest among us need help after a serious accident. At Gruber Law Offices, we won't stop fighting for you and your family. One call, that's all.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
It's the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
Yeah, I was gone, call my phone, baby. And I can see the future where you gon' take me. My 30 got a clip and it's elongated. I'm riding with the hood like I'm Tom Brady. I know I'm going crazy, I'm a mental patient. She give me love, now my mind elevated. I rise up from the dead on the Undertaker. They want the smoke, yeah, we ready, baby.
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. We got Tom on the lines. He want to talk about the scamming that we've been talking about this hour. How you doing, Tom? Hey, are you still there, Tom? I guess he thought we were still on break. How you doing, Tom?
Hey, how's it going?
Blessings, brother.
I got a call like 1:30 in the morning saying they were the chief or captain of the correctional facility of the police, and if I was willing to use my credit card for $1,500, they would put an ankle monitor on my child that was locked up. How they knew that? It has to be something local.
Hold on, so they called
right
you
away.
So they called you about a situation that because your son was locked up. Yeah. They said that if you can pay X amount of dollars for an ankle monitor, your son will be able to come home with the ankle monitor, basically.
Right away. Or I pay $2,500, and they'll give them like a watch, one of them Apple Watches to come out.
That'll track them.
That'll track them.
And so these was the scammers.
It was definitely a scammer.
So how did they know to get your information? How did they know you was his daddy? How did they get the information?
That was the part that had me, tripping out that night. Like, how you know? How would you get that information? Why would you call me?
How close did they come to getting the money?
As far as I am to you, that wouldn't.
Would you say I didn't have
it's
it?
It's not going to happen, but it was just like, how do they know me?
Like, how did they get your information?
How do they know him? How they get it? Like, is it somebody on the inside or is it somebody on the outside?
And what county was this? Milwaukee?
Milwaukee.
Yeah,
now I'm sitting
Milwaukee
at the window,
definitely ain't finna call you. Was this late at night?
It was 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah, they ain't gonna do that.
And I'm like, now I'm sitting like Malcolm X in the window because I'm worried about somebody coming to the crib.
Because you feel like, okay, if they got your phone number, what else they got?
Yeah, that's how I was feeling tonight. Paranoid. I don't know. Am I paranoid? Am I paranoid?
No, because did they say your name? Did they say your full name, or did they say your son's full name?
I'm not sure if they said his name or how it happened, but I'm going based on the conversation led into more or less my assumption. I know it couldn't have been by accident, by chance, that I happen to have somebody, or did they look at your CCAP? I don't know how it worked out, how they came to me and got my number and was coming for me for that type of money. And, like, it'll be out by morning. All you got to do is come downtown and pick them up.
Yeah, that don't work like that. You know it don't work like that.
No,
You an OG.
I know it don't. I know it don't work like that. But it was like, why do you, so I'm like I said, I'm standing there like, how is this coming? How are y'all getting this close to me and my family?
So did your son ever get out? What happened?
No, he's still in. No.
Hey, you got to sometimes you got to sit down for a little bit.
So I'm like, okay, maybe it was me wanting. They knew that I would do anything for him. That this would make it more, like he might go for that.
Because they know you care.
Yeah. They have. That's what. You know what I'm saying? Somebody either knows them or knows me or both. And it was had me, like I said, standing by the window.
Would your son would have gave him the information to try to let that happen, or from the people he was involved with?
Never.
Okay.
I talked to him. I talked to him about it. It's like, nah.
So you already asked, did you try to do this?
We already had this conversation.
Okay,
like,
yeah. I'm sure.
But if anybody else that's listening ever had to go through that, maybe it's just me. Maybe it was just me.
All right, well, if anybody that went through it, let us know. I appreciate you for telling us.
Let me know.
That's powerful. It may be going on right now. Somebody may be trying to get their loved one out of jail, and they might be getting scammed. Make sure you go up there. Make sure you handle that business and those affairs at the department. Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversations. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
In 1987, the Bucks took on the world and changed basketball forever.
At stake, basketball supremacy in the United States.
Bucks versus the World, narrated by Charlie Behrens, is the new season of Behind the Bucks podcast, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. It's the untold story of the 1987 McDonald's Open, when the Bucks became the first NBA team to face the Soviet Union. Listen now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
You've been diagnosed with COPD, but breathing seems to be getting harder. Everyday activities, walking to the mailbox, going up the stairs, talking on the phone take more effort than they used to. You're short of breath more often. Flare-ups are happening more frequently. And slowly, life starts to feel smaller. Is this you? If your COPD symptoms are getting worse, there may be options that can help you breathe easier and get back to doing more of what matters to you. That could mean walking further, spending more time with family and friends, feeling more confident leaving the house, and getting back to the life you want to live. If your COPD is changing, it's time to have a conversation with your doctor. Visit the COPD Foundation website at isthisyoucopd.org to learn the signs of severe and worsening COPD and the right questions to ask next. Take action today. Breathe better tomorrow.
People don't realize that glaucoma is one of the leading causes of blindness.
Because there are often no early symptoms, nearly half of those with glaucoma may not even know they have it until vision loss has occurred.
I was diagnosed with normal tension glaucoma in July of 2020. And what we found out at that point was I had already lost 40% of my sight. And you think it only affects people that are, 75 or older, retired, grandparents, and that's not the reality of it.
I didn't think at all glaucoma was going to affect me because I didn't know of anyone that had glaucoma, no one in my family. When you have glaucoma, you can't get back that sight that you lost. And so early detection and treatment is vitally, vitally important.
Don't miss life's most beautiful moments. Schedule an eye exam today.
National Glaucoma Research, a Bright Focus Foundation program, offers free resources and tips for healthy vision.
Learn how to protect your sight at stopglaucoma.org.
Get the truth and nothing but the truth with Sherwin Hughes every weekday from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. on 101.7 FM, 1510 a.m. WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory, Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory, Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the third hour of the Tory Lowe Show. And I want to head over to Atlanta. Where a Grammy-nominated producer claims wrongful eviction cost him millions in studio equipment. I was talking about these wrongful evictions a while back, but it's not just happening here. It's happening in Atlanta. But this is a Grammy-nominated producer telling his story of a wrongful eviction. If you're watching us, we broadcast live. We got some video on this. Let's listen.
I feel like by the grace of God, I'm here.
Grammy-nominated producer Dr. Kevin K.O. Kate says he's used to producing hits for the likes of T.I., Snoop Dogg, and Kendrick Lamar.
Hard drives, movies, music, irreparable harm that's damaged and gone.
But now, instead of laying tracks, he's trying to recover millions in losses from destroyed studio equipment after what he calls a wrongful eviction.
Pain, frustration.
Kate says the eviction hit a sour note on March 12th when marshals showed up at the headquarters of his nonprofit, Bridge the Gap.
I come outside and ask what they're doing here. They say we're here to evict. I'm like, on what cause?
For the last 2 years, Kate says he's been tangled in both federal and state court battles with the current property owner. Kate says in 2019, he signed a lease-to-own contract with the original owner.
And to building this building up.
I reached out to the Fulton County Marshal's office. It confirmed a judge signed off on the eviction February 15th. But the case sat silent for weeks until marshals were assigned it on March 10th at the request of the property owner. Kate says all of that happened without his knowledge.
They violated any kind of due process.
The marshal's office told me it doesn't notify tenants. It only executes a judge's order. I also reached out to the magistrate clerk's office, which handles notifications. It has not responded.
Now it's bigger than me fighting for what we built. It's now about on top of that, them stealing it from me and the harm that they caused me.
Wow, put all that equipment out in the rain. Like, you know, if you got some hits in some of these hard drives and they just come in and evict you, they just gonna throw it all out and outside. Can you imagine like going through a legal battle and didn't even know that they took all your equipment, all your stuff that you was building and threw it outside? Then they don't care if it's raining or not.
That sounds terrible.
That's terrible. You know how much that equipment costs?
Yeah, no, I've heard someone, I had a neighbor a couple years ago, they got evicted. It sounded terrible.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. I had helped some young women, you know, sue here in the city after a wrongful eviction. You cannot do that. You cannot just go and throw somebody out. You got to go through the court process. Well, it sounds like a judge signed off on this while he was in the middle of a court process. That's why I say when you see any hint of maybe where you're living is at risk, you need to get a storage. I tell people, get a storage unit. As soon as you think something is going to happen, because you better put your important items in the storage. Like right now, I got all of my stuff that I feel is valuable in the storage, period. I run around, I move around a lot. I deal with a lot of different situations, but my most, you know, the things I need, like, I'm going to keep it somewhere where I know, okay, ain't nothing happening to it. Well, he had probably some of his songs, he said he made songs for T.I. Everybody, just sitting there in a court litigation. It wasn't even his property. And then he's paying rent to somebody that's sending the money back. So once they would have sent the money back, I'd have been out of there.
Yeah, exactly.
Why is you sticking around? It's not even your building. Yeah, and if you start putting millions of dollars in a building that you didn't even know if you had control over, then you're gonna have to eat that. You're just gonna have to eat that. But what I'm saying is, the moment I realized that they sent a check back, you in default right there.
I never heard anyone not wanting their money.
Let me tell you something. It was something going on. He thought that was his building.
I definitely would have been out of there as soon as they sent that back.
Soon as I mean, if I'm paying rent and all of a sudden they send me the check back, it's under new management, we up out of here.
Exactly.
Because now, look, he got all his stuff is ruined. And T.I. and them ain't finna help him build that back up.
Exactly.
Oh, wow. Some of y'all, you got to know when to fold them. So you got to know when to fold them. And he should have, I mean, I'm not saying that it was right. And I'm sure he got probably a lawsuit. I ain't saying it was right, but he knew that it was sketchy. He should have got all his important hard drives and equipment moved into a secure space.
I never even heard of someone not wanting their money, especially a landlord.
That's what I'm thinking, but maybe they had other ideas. You know, maybe the new company came in with what they wanted to do with the land.
Yeah, probably.
And the old guy probably was with all of that. You know, hey, build it up, X, Y, and Z. But like I said, if you don't own the building, you don't own the direction. You can't put your direction in the building you don't own. Or an idea that you don't own.
Exactly.
Hey. But I want to head over to Houston, too. It's another story out of Houston that I need to get to a couple stories before we end this week. I want to head over to Houston where an attorney got punched by the client after the verdict. After the verdict, the young man smacked the attorney. If you're watching this, we broadcast live. We got this story. This story is wild. Let's listen.
On the surface, the PSI hearing in the 178th Judge Kelly Johnson's court was fairly routine. 27-year-old Jacarius Lewis pled guilty to a murder that happened in April of 2024 at 7959 Sunbury. Lewis was facing 5 to 50 years. The state recommended 50 years, and the judge agreed.
The judge pronounced the sentence, and at that point, apparently, now I was out, my client hit me in the face, and people in the courtroom say that I fell back. I was standing, I fell back against a chair, and then I hit a counter and hit the back of my head and apparently fell on the ground. But I don't remember any of that. And then the next thing I remember is I'm standing in the courtroom and there's just a ton of people there, bailiffs and paramedics and all kinds of commotion. And then somebody said to me, John, do you realize that your client just punched you in the face? And I said, no, I didn't know that.
What did you think? What was your reaction at that point?
Well, I was kind of shocked, really. I mean, I've done this a long time, and I've never had a client hit me before. And, you know, I've lasted all these years, and I was shocked.
What was it like that day with Mr. Lewis? I mean, did everything seem kind of normal?
I thought we were getting along okay. I didn't get the impression that he was ready to hit me or anything, no. And he didn't like, you know, threaten me that morning. And but apparently when he heard the sentence, that kind of, you know, pushed a button, let's say.
All right, so my question is, was he a public pretender? Was he a public defender or a public pretender? Like, sometimes when you get into these serious situations and you get appointed attorneys because you can't afford one, and then sometimes he probably felt like he wasn't fighting for him the right way or whatever, but when the judge said 50 years...
Yeah, that'll make a man do a lot of strange things.
He, you know, I know a lot of people that get public pretenders. I ain't saying that he was one, but I got a lot of people that come to me and be like, I need to get a new lawyer. Because the lawyer that they appointed me ain't fighting right. They ain't even coming to talk to me or nothing. So
aren't a lot of those people like overloaded with too many cases and stuff like that?
I don't know what the reason is. I figure, like, just do your job. But that's why they got the negative stereotype of being a public pretender.
Yeah. I mean, from what I know a lot of them are working 5-10 cases at once and stuff like that, and it's impossible.
Once they said 50 years, if I was the attorney, I would have moved out the way. Because like I said, that's the rest of his life.
Well, if he's a public pretender, then I'm pretty sure he's used to.
Yeah, that's what he said. Years. He said he normally walks away from.
Exactly.
He said it. He said, "Hey, look, I've been there for a long time. Ain't nobody ever punched me."
Well, it's the first time for everything.
Hey, it was the first time for everything, and he found out the hard way. Hey, look, when we come back, I want to go to Kenosha. There's a couple things. I have never seen these kind of stories coming out of Kenosha until recently. I want to talk about what's going on. I got 2 Kenosha stories I want to cover before the end of this week. Truth Nation, stay locked in.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
May is Skilled Trades Month, a time to celebrate the hands-on careers that keep our industries and our communities moving forward. At Junior Achievement, students are discovering that today's skilled trades include technology, robotics, and smart manufacturing. With support from Rockwell Automation, students are exploring how advanced manufacturing and automation will power the factories of the future. Thank you, Rockwell, for helping inspire the next generation of technicians, engineers, and innovators. Learn more at ja.org.
You're a hard worker. Provide for your family and help out in your community. You've been there for so many others. But when life challenges you, when rising costs, unexpected repairs, medical bills, or simply a rough stretch make it hard to keep up on a limited or low income, you're not alone. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency assistance providers are here for you, working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. If you're struggling with high utility bills, facing a disconnect notice, or dealing with a furnace emergency and your limited or low income isn't enough, support is available. Visit www.heat.help or call 1-800-506-5596 to apply for a hand up.
Discover your new favorite city, Milwaukee. Catch a sunrise over Lake Michigan. Sip your way through craft breweries. And dive into a dining scene that's turning heads. From museums and music to thrilling sports teams and buzzing nightlife, Milwaukee delivers all season long. Good things are always brewing on the Fresh Coast. The expert guides at visitmilwaukee.org have everything you need to fully plan every detail. Whatever it is you'd like to do in Milwaukee. Plan your trip today at visitmilwaukee.org.
At UW Credit Union, our home loans have everything you need for your next big step, including up to $750 off closing costs for all home buyers. And first-time buyers can save even more. So if you're ready to trade roomies for more room, or your townhome for an out-of-town home, UW Credit Union will be with you from start to furnished. UW Credit Union. Apply online today. Equal housing lender. Credit may be limited as required by program. Visit uwcu.org for details.
Prizes, exclusive experiences, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting truthcontests.com. That's truthcontests.com.
Happy kids heal faster, and that's why Starlight is dedicated to improving the mental well-being of sick kids across the U.S. Learn how at starlight.org.
Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
It's the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
It's either us or them. Cause we don't rock with them. It's either us or them. Cause we don't rock with them. It's either us or them. Cause we don't rock with them. It's either us or them. Cause we don't rock with them. It's either us or them. Cause we don't mess with them. It's either us or them. Cause we don't mess with them. It's either us or them. Cause we don't mess with them. It's either us or them. Cause we don't rock with them. It's either
1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. We got a Kenosha mother that was found unalive. Suspect they're saying was released early from jail. See, we got a couple stories where they said that the suspect got released from. It was one in Milwaukee. Now this is in Kenosha. I'm just wondering, like, okay, what's happening in these stories where they saying that the suspect was released? The other one was two people was accusing each other of shooting somebody that's probably was their relative, but they were pointing at each other, so they said that's how that suspect got released. Well, it's something going on in Kenosha where a Kenosha mother was found unalive and suspect released early from jail. We got some video on this. If you're watching this rebroadcast live, let's listen.
Stephanie Byrne lost her life Saturday. Now the suspect is currently being held on a probation hold while detectives consult with the district attorney's office on potential charges. But today, those who love Stephanie remember her as a light. Court records show Dahlia was sentenced on February 11th of this year after pleading guilty to third offense OWI and domestic-related conduct. The judge ordered him to serve 90 days in jail, but allowed inside work crew. Based on custody records, Dahlia served approximately 42 actual days and was released on March 25th. That is just 31 days before Stephanie was killed.
She was a very, very sweet person. She had a big heart. She would do anything for anybody if she could, you know. So it's hard not to kind of fall in love with a person like that. She tried many times to get away from him, but he had some kind of control over her that none of us could understand.
Giselle Gibson was one of Stephanie's closest friends, and they lived together for nearly a year. She also knew Dahlia from back in school.
I know this is something you probably wouldn't have expected.
No. I don't think anybody expects something like this to happen. Nobody wants something like this to happen to anybody. No matter what your differences might be with a person, this is the worst possible thing that could happen. And it's heartbreaking. I think it's hard for every woman out there who's in a situation like this, who doesn't feel like they have the strength or the support system that they need to get away. I really urge every woman in a situation, in a domestic violence situation, to get that help, please.
Now, I'll say this. These domestic situations can get wild. You know, when you get into a situation and maybe kids are involved, you know, maybe y'all didn't have kids together. Sometimes there's no kids involved. But like I said, like her friend said, sometimes people got a hold on each other, or they get in these domestic situations and it's like hard to get out of them. And we got to make sure that we are encouraging that, you know, people understand that we got to try to intervene, but sometimes it doesn't work. I'm not going to say it works every time. Intervening in some of these domestic situations work every time. Trust me. I had a situation where a woman asked me to help get involved with the domestic situation, and I got her out. She went to the shelter. She got to the shelter with the kids and didn't like the way the shelter was running. And in a couple days, the guy pulled up outside the shelter, and they got her on video leaving out the shelter with the guy, like jumping back in his car. So that's a sad situation when it ultimately ends with a life lost, you know. And her friend, you know, even though she had support, even though her friend was like, hey, people was trying to, you know, talk to her about what was going on and things like that. The situation had a hold, and a lot of y'all out there right now in situations that got a strong hold on y'all, where y'all feel like, you know, y'all may go to the end with this situation, and you don't have to. Or you know, I would say the best thing I could do is, if it's that strong, try to find a family member or somebody that lives outside of that area and get that person over there. And sometimes you got to start all over, but it's worth it because ultimately you live on, no matter what the situation is. So I've moved people as far as Mississippi. Like, they have family members in Mississippi, and once I got involved, I tried to make sure I told that family member, I'm going to get them on the route to you, and this is why, and X, Y, and Z. And they hadn't talked to that family member in years. But I said, hey, look, this is what's happening. I'm an advocate. The situation is extreme. And I got them out of town. You can't, sometimes when you got people that's obsessed, you got to leave the area. So, I don't know. That's sad. That was a sad situation. A Kenosha mother saying that her ex-boyfriend with a violent past. This is another story that came out of Kenosha, but let's get that video up and let's see what that is.
The world has collapsed around me. She was more than a friend.
Karen Pedraza says Stephanie Byrne was like a sister, raising children 1 month apart, creating a bond that was shattered this Saturday around 3:30 p.m. Kenosha police responded near the intersection of 57th Street and 13th Avenue for a fight between two men. As police arrived, they found 42-year-old Dale Dahlia trying to leave the area. Pedraza says that was Byrne's ex-boyfriend from several years ago.
They ended things. I don't know why he was there.
Court records show in October of 2024, he was charged with strangulation, battery, disorderly conduct, and bail jumping when he reportedly choked a coworker.
I remember her telling me then that she was afraid of him. Even then, there was already some sort of fear with what kind of person he was.
He pleaded guilty to battery and disorderly conduct in that case, and earlier this year he pleaded guilty to a third offense of OWI and drug possession, getting 90 days in jail, just released on March 25th. Exactly 1 month later, police found a 41-year-old man with serious injuries and Stephanie Byrne dead inside the home. Pedraza now worries about Byrne's 11-year-old son, who will grow up without his mom.
The world definitely has a void without her there.
All right. Well, like I said, this is all the same situation coming out of Kenosha, and they gave a little bit more detail of the history of the maniac. You know, this guy, to me, when I see, sometimes I wonder what people see in certain people. Sometimes people see the good in a bad person.
Some girls just like bad guys.
That's what they say. You know, they say nice guys finish last.
I don't know about that.
Well, I'll say this. If you're in a situation now where you feel like you have to fight and fuss and you getting it's abuse, make your way out of those situations because it ultimately ends up tragic. It ultimately ends up in a tragic space. And sometimes you don't have all the answers. Sometimes you don't have all the answers. But I'll say this. If you got kids, if you value their lives and their future to see them grow, sometimes it's not good to stick around abuse. I say no to abuse in any form. Say no to abuse in any form. Like I don't even like when people call me out my name. Like that's abuse. Like I got friends, we joke and stuff like that, but I don't do all that extra. Like, like that is like red flags to me. So I try to cut off abuse early. Some people like to get all loud and get to doing all this extra. That ain't my style. I got plenty stuff to do with my life, and I deal with a lot of trauma, so I know that's the beginning of something that's not good. You know what I mean? So here we go. What do you got to say? What do you think about this?
I think it's a sad story.
Xavier, have you ever been in a situation where you had to walk away due to abuse?
Oh no. I mean, people hear me on the Sherwin Show. I'm a path of least resistance kind of guy. I don't really deal with too much drama with the females.
So you try to avoid it.
Yeah, and I don't know, that stuff just doesn't find my way. I think I could.
You more mellow.
Yeah, and I can detect it.
You're a gentle giant.
Yeah, and people don't really try me like that.
Yeah, because you're a big guy. I mean, you're tall. What are you, like 6'3", 6?
Like 6'3".
Okay, so yeah, and you got
I got some girth to me. I'm a big guy.
You could have went to the NFL draft and made an impact.
Yeah, that's a whole nother story. But that's a story for another show.
Okay, all right. Look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversation. Stay locked in.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 101.7 The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
Natural gas is a clean, reliable, and convenient source of energy delivered directly to you through underground pipelines. The pipeline system has an excellent safety record, but there are clues that can help you identify a potential hazard. If you smell the strong odor of rotten eggs, hear an unusual hissing sound, or see blowing dirt or debris, it could be a natural gas leak. Leave the area immediately and call We Energies at 800-261-5325.
We Energies. People you can trust. Energy you can depend on.
Outfitting your team? Planning an event? That's a whole lot of moving pieces, and your custom apparel shouldn't be one of the headaches. At Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more, you get more than just printed shirts. You get a local partner who helps you design it, order it, and gives you the confidence that will all come together on time. From team gear to company events, no job is too big. Big Frog delivers quality, guidance, and a smooth experience from start to finish. Skip the guesswork. Go local. Come see us in Mequon or just jump online. bigfrog.com/Mequon.
Tap into the best power hour in radio in Milwaukee.
So altogether, you're looking at $1,780 for your mortgage and for your property taxes in a year. And that's before you have to deal with, obviously, your water bill and electric bill. That's a steep price that people have to pay. And based off those numbers I just ran, to afford a home like that, you got to make $65,000 a year. But the problem is, here in Milwaukee, the median household income is only $54,234. That's out of whack. So again, I am all about affordability. I'm all about people getting homes. But what we have to understand is that until homes are more affordable, you can have a supply and demand problem. But the problem that we have here in the city of Milwaukee is that these prices, when people are listing these houses, they're listing them for prices that people really can't afford. And even if you do get the house and you're paying that, you're living paycheck to paycheck. Home ownership is not about living paycheck to paycheck. Home ownership is about finding something that fits within your budget and building equity for the future.
Catch Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace every weekday from noon to 1 p.m. on 101.7 The Truth and The Truth app.
70 million people in the U.S. have learning and thinking differences, like ADHD and dyslexia. Each has their own story. This is ours. At first, I thought it was just a phase. Then schoolwork became a struggle. Emotions got bigger, and my kids started falling behind. I felt alone, like I was lost in the dark trying to find answers. Then I learned about Understood.org, a nonprofit empowering parents and kids like us. It was like we had a light to show us the path ahead. Whenever new challenges came up, their guidance helped us figure out our next step. We still have tough days, but now we have direction. And I have the tools and resources I need to help my child thrive. No matter where you are on the path, Understood can help you keep moving forward. Visit understood.org/yourpath today.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat. Electric vehicles are gaining in popularity, but some people are still holding out because of range anxiety, the fear that you could end up stranded with no place to charge your car. And that fear is multiplied for big companies and could be what's stopping them from electrifying their fleets. Enter SparkCharge. It's a company founded by Joshua Aviv that bridges the gap between the existing electrical grid and the needs of a big company with an electrified fleet.
What we realize is that fleets, they'll incorporate 50 cars, they'll incorporate 20 cars, but then they'll have the issue of going to the grid and saying, hey, we want to get these cars electrified, but the grid can't handle the demand of all these vehicles. And so we show up, we get them up and going with our mobile battery chargers, which means they're charging from a giant battery connected to charging stations, and then they're able to get up and running a lot quicker.
Aviv is a young black entrepreneur who founded SparkCharge from his college dorm and now can tout Mark Cuban as a major investor. I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
This is Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Xavier Spencer. Your Milwaukee Brewers put on another show, defeating the Diamondbacks 13-1, with William Contreras contributing 4 of the crew's 14 hits. Brewers pitcher Brandon Woodruff left yesterday's start in the second inning due to a significant drop in velocity.
We've seen it where he came down, his velocity's down early, and then it climbs. We were waiting to see in the second inning if it climbed, but it was down as low as it's ever been. And we think maybe some rest can build back up.
Brewers are in Washington this weekend to face the Nationals. The Milwaukee Bucks finally named Taylor Jenkins their head coach. Jenkins will be introduced at a news conference Wednesday, May 6th at 2 p.m. at the Milwaukee Art Museum, which will be open to the public. The Green Bay Packers picked up edge rusher Lucas Van Ness' 5th-year option at a 1-year fully guaranteed $14.5 million for the 2027 season. The Packers also have their rookie minicamp that will kick off today at Lambeau Field. I'm Xavier Spencer, and this is the True Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth.
It's the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
We out here fighting for the people. What we doing? We out here fighting for the people. What we doing? We out here fighting for the people. Tory Lowe, part 1. We out here fighting for the people. We out here fighting for the people.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. We got to talk about something that was going on in a Milwaukee college. They're saying that a Wisconsin man is wanted, accused of trafficking Milwaukee college student. Trafficking the student. If you're watching this rebroadcast live, we got some video on this. Let's listen.
On Wednesday, Milwaukee County prosecutors charged 22-year-old Briar Meyer with human trafficking. The victim told investigators she was, quote, his puppet, withholding crack cocaine to get her to do what he wanted. In the fall of 2024, court filings say a woman met a then 20-year-old Briar Meyer on Snapchat. That October, he asked her to pick him up from the rave. The two then went back to her dorm on the UWM campus. That's where, according to court filings, prosecutors say the woman thought she was taking ecstasy, but later learned it was crack cocaine. Filings say the woman became addicted and spent $300 every week buying drugs from Meyer. The woman says Meyer then took her phone and began making random contact with males, asking if they wanted to participate in commercial sex acts, trafficking the woman for several months, according to prosecutors, collecting thousands of dollars in the process. The woman said she was his puppet, withholding drugs from her to get her to do what he wanted, as well as threats of violence. Filings say when she tried to distance herself from him, he would call and demand money and threaten to come to her dorm, and admits to being terrified of Meyer. A warrant is out for Meyer's arrest. It's unclear if he has an attorney. Department of Corrections records show that Meyer has criminal convictions for criminal damage to property, drug possession, and disorderly conduct.
All right, let's get Brian Meyer picture back up just in case somebody need to see. Yeah, let's get this Brian Meyer. Let's pause it. Can you pause it on this picture? Yeah, like he the one that got this girl hooked on cocaine. Not cocaine, but crack. And now she's paying him $300. Then when she couldn't pay him $300, he went and started prostituting her out. Well, see, this is where we need Eddie to kind of explain. Eddie was in the chat earlier today talking about he was back. This is why when it's time to make get some kind of understanding on this, this is when Eddie don't call in. This is when he need to call in to try to. Why would he, first of all, get her phone and call guys to come pay? Because she was in debt at that point. I would think that she was in debt. So he said they grabbed her phone and called the guys that was in it to come.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's wild.
You can't really, sometimes you can't explain what crazy people do because it's not really logical.
Well, I'll say this. She said that she was his puppet for falling into debt over him hooking her on crack.
You can swallow crack?
No, whatever. She thought she was doing ecstasy.
Yeah, that's why I say that. Ecstasy, you normally only pop that.
I don't know. I ain't never been no drug user, so that's too complicated for me. You know what I mean?
I seen Bad Boys too.
Oh, okay, yeah. I don't know what they doing now. You know what I mean? I don't know how they ingesting this stuff. You know what I mean? I'm used to the needle in the arm. But now they can put it in a pill. Now they can make it in a pill shape and you can take it too. Because I figured out like Molly was a combination like heroin, crack, and LSD or something like that.
Well, no, Molly is MDMA. And then ecstasy is Molly, and then those drugs that you're talking about.
Okay, so it's like different like pieces of. I don't know. I wouldn't trust nobody bringing me nothing that they done made up out the house.
Yeah, you didn't take DARE class.
Somebody said ecstasy you put on your tongue, and it hit, and like a hit of acid. Have you ever taken any pills or anything? I mean, you ain't got to say it.
I've had ACL surgery. I've taken painkillers for that. But as far as the drug stuff, I've seen plenty of things, and I know for a fact if you're taking the ecstasy, you're going to be popping it in a pill form or maybe crushing it up and snorting it. But I don't think I've ever seen that. Zeta
Shay says, seems like she knew what was up. Molly or X ain't smoked. She knew, but she broke. She knew, but she broke. Now she need to blame. LT, okay. I don't know. I don't even get involved in the drug world. When I was a kid, I seen something so horrific from somebody that was using drugs. It stopped me straight for the rest of my life.
That makes sense.
I don't even want to say it on air.
Honestly, the whole pet thing sounds like more of a kink thing. You know?
Sir Chun says, Tory, you off 6 in North. You may not ever sold or taken no drugs, but you know crack don't look like ecstasy. Like I said, I don't know what they doing with these drugs nowadays. But it made her fall into prostitution and human trafficking. And now he on the run. What's his name again? Put his picture back up. Brian Meyer. Player Brian Meyer. They say he out here. They saying they looking for him. If you know who Brian Meyer is, turn him in. Turn him in. Y'all always talk about Lil Ray Ray. Y'all always talk about what Lil Ray Ray doing, but Brian Meyer out here on the loose.
A warrant is out for Meyer's arrest. It's unclear if he has an attorney. Department of Corrections for Meyer's arrest. It's for Meyer's arrest to come to her dorm and admits to being terrified.
We can get his picture up before we run a break. There we go.
It's up.
Brian Meyer.
Looks like a scary guy.
He looked like he'll do something crazy. He looked like somebody crazy.
Yeah. I mean, he did hook her on crack and then try to prostitute her.
That's wild. And the college student, you know, she trying to just go to school. She probably was just trying to get a pick-me-up to take her, you know, sometimes when you got to take exams.
I thought crack just kind of, is that like a stimulant? I thought that was kind of like zomb shit.
Hey, look, let me tell you something. I done seen crackheads do superhuman things, supernatural.
What kind of things have you seen a crackhead do?
Run with a TV at a 4.6, you know, I'm trying to find it. And back then, the TVs wasn't even flat.
Have you ever seen
Back then, the TVs wasn't as light as they is now.
Oh, I know
so when they take them big TVs, I done seen the crackhead run a 4.2 with a TV in his hand.
I never seen nothing like that.
Superhuman strength. Trust me. I came up on the block now. I'm from the block. You right, Sir Charles. I came up, I saw a lot of stuff.
What's the craziest thing you ever seen a crackhead do?
I can't even say it on the radio. I can't. I don't even want to even touch it. I don't even want to touch it. Just know that that's the reason why I don't do it.
Oh, he did something that foul.
Yeah, that I don't even, it set me straight for the rest of my life.
Oh, well, sometimes you need those things.
Yeah, it's in my brain. It's in my memory. I'm telling you, like, it's so horrific.
You're going to have to tell me during the commercial break.
Now, you're trying to re-traumatize me. I got over it. I didn't, every time somebody try to say, hey, Tory, you want some of this and this look like drugs? I say, no.
I'm an inquisitive mind.
And those spells, no. Somebody said, can't catch a crackhead. Let me tell you something. I didn't see crackheads up early in the morning stealing out of people's cars, you know, breaking into people's cars and trying to get enough to go make some money to get crack. Like, they used to do all of that. You know, you would wake up, they'd ramble through your CDs, they'd ramble through your glove compartment, window busted. You already know. They weren't trying to steal the car. They was just trying to get what was in the car so they can go sell it.
Oh, yeah, that's still happening now, like I told you. I mean, I live right over by, you know, Brady and Water Street. You come out on a Saturday morning, Sunday morning, you'll see cracked window glass on the ground on the sidewalk.
Somebody said put Eddie picture next to Brian Meyer. We ain't gonna do Eddie like that. It's Friday. We ain't gonna do Eddie like that. Oh, wow. All right, well, we gonna run the break. When we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversations. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 101.7 The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com. Need a way to hype up your day?
Hello, is this Shirley?
This is she.
Shirley, you are our Gruber 5K giveaway winner this quarter. Congratulations.
What would you do with $5,000?
Going to look at buying me a pickup truck. That will be some of my down payment.
Stay tuned into 101.7 The Truth for your chance to be entered into the Gruber Law Office's 5K giveaway. For contest rules, visit 101.7thetruth.com.
I love you guys.
I got money now.
You're a hard worker. Provide for your family and help out in your community. You've been there for so many others. But when life challenges you, when rising costs, unexpected repairs, medical bills, or simply a rough stretch make it hard to keep up on a limited or low income, you're not alone. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency assistance providers are here for you, working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. If you're struggling with high utility bills, facing a disconnect notice, or dealing with a furnace emergency and your limited or low income isn't enough, support is available. Visit www.heat.help or call 1-800-506-5596 to apply for a hand up.
Tacos and Tequila Festival, Saturday, May 30th at Franklin Field, featuring live performances by Shaggy, Rick Ross, Genuine, Soulja Boy, Frankie J, Mims, and more. There will be craft margaritas, Milwaukee's best taco vendors, authentic lucha libre wrestling, an exotic car showcase, a Chihuahua beauty patch, art installations, and so much more. Tacos and Tequila Festival, Saturday, May 30th. Get your tickets at tacoandtequilafestival.com.
At Milwaukee College Prep, we don't leave success to chance. We're designed for it. With strong support, high expectations, and a team committed to excellence, our educators turn belief into outcomes every day. If you believe every child deserves an excellent education, join Milwaukee College Prep. Apply today. Visit mkeprep.com/jobs.
At UW Credit Union, we have best-in-class technology and peopleology. Like if you lose your card, you can stop by in-branch for a same-day replacement, or you can have a new one instantly issued to the app. So whether you prefer interacting with our snappy online interface or our in-person regular faces, UW Credit Union is always here for every you. And whichever you choose, it's the best of both worlds. Join today at uwcu.org. Federally insured by NCUA.
It's the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Tory Lowe, he a soldier for the soul. Power to the people, seeing all the forces moving slow. Open doors for the lows, to the voice of the voiceless. When you feeling like you running out of choice, boy, Tory got the remedy. Activists going to war for black people, his family. Always got his foot on the pedal, running with no energy. Keeping people at a higher level with his empathy. Call him when you need him. He been an angel, but he had to work for his freedom.
1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. If you're going to be downtown and y'all like the food trucks, y'all know y'all like the food trucks. Sometimes the food truck food be tasting better than some of the restaurants down there. But I guess now they saying it's a food truck curfew downtown. If you're watching this, we broadcast live. I guess the food trucks got to shut down at a certain time. Let's listen.
The more people that like our food and the more people that come, that makes us feel joy.
Operating on Water Street for almost a decade, the owners of Mr. Taco say the atmosphere during weekends downtown may have changed, but their commitment sure hasn't.
That's what we're here for, to serve the community, not to harm the community.
After an uptick in violence outside the bars, including a March deadly shooting where police took an 18-year-old into custody, the Common Council unanimously voted to limit food truck hours downtown, forcing them to close by 10 p.m. instead of 1 a.m.
The police encouragement, they have told us over the years that the food trucks attract loitering.
Alderman for the area, Robert Bauman, hopes it'll disperse the underage crowds and says the council's been pressured by the area business improvement district and the Milwaukee School of Engineering.
If the perception takes hold that downtown is dangerous and unsafe after 10 o'clock at night on weekends, then that will have enormous economic consequences, far beyond consequences that a half dozen food trucks may or may not suffer.
The consequence, food truck owners say, is small family-run businesses losing 70 to 80% of their profits.
Oh, wow. If we have to close at 10, that means we just have to close the business at this location.
So do you think the violence has anything to do with the food trucks?
Not at all.
The owners say the city blindsided them with the change, so they're organizing an emergency rally for Thursday.
We want to work together, but they should treat us fairly like other businesses.
Well, it's passed already. So, rally away, I guess. It's already passed.
Hey, he just added insult to injury. Go ahead and rally if you want to, but the curfew is a curfew. You can't do nothing about it. And I'll say this. I'll tell you right now that the restaurant's been on the side trying to really get rid of those food trucks because people are eating from the food truck and going into the establishment and not buying the food items, They taking a hit on their menu items with these food trucks out there. And a lot of times these restaurants ain't got the same seasoning like the food truck. Sometimes the food truck food be tasting better what's on the inside now. If they might buy their drinks on the inside, but they going outside to catch that food truck with all the flavors in it. So now they're saying that the food truck is the reason for loitering. I'm going to tell you this. I don't know nobody full on 2 burritos that's going to be acting crazy. Only thing that's going to be acting crazy is your stomach with the gas bubbling up. I don't know if the food trucks was the problem for the loitering. Let me know. Somebody let me know if the food trucks was the problem for the loitering, because maybe the lines was long because they was trying to get something to eat. But I wouldn't go as far as to say the food trucks is the reason why the violence is going on downtown. But they got to do something. And what better way to say it than what they really want to say is that the food trucks is cutting into the profits of the restaurants when they serve menu items. That's what I feel the real issue is. And they said, hey, we got to get rid of these food trucks, to me. Because I remember downtown, it used to be a little hot dog man down there that served hot dogs after everybody got out the bar. It wasn't no food trucks. It was like a little hot dog man down there. They would be serving little hot dogs on the side. But when the food trucks pulled up over the last couple years,
game changer.
You got way more. Look, let me tell you something. It's cheaper to eat from the food truck than to sit in the restaurant and eat at the restaurant prices. And the food tastes better. Okay, so I believe it was economics. And they had to find a reason to get rid of them. So what better reason? Hey, the violence is up. Y'all got to have a curfew because what? Nobody don't even come downtown till after 10 p.m.
Yeah, it doesn't really start going.
It doesn't really get cracking till like 10, 11.
11, yeah. 11, 12.
So make y'all money because there ain't going to be nobody down there. And then when 10 p.m. come, y'all got to get up out of there and let the restaurants get the money. That's what I see. Because when I thought about violence downtown, I ain't never thought no food truck ain't never came to mind.
Yeah. There was no food trucks by that one spot where that shooting happened this past summer. The local, and those food trucks are way down the street.
Let me tell you something. They got to blame somebody. And they already had a hidden reason why they needed to get rid of them. Let's use this as a way to get rid of these people.
I don't think it's going to change anything. I think the kids will still hang around. Like I said, I told you in private, I've been living over here for the past 5 years. Yeah, I will say over the last couple of years, there are more kids coming out and loitering and stuff like that. But I think it's just a lack of stuff that's happening out. There's nothing happening outside of downtown. You know what I mean? Like if you go to the north side, there's really no gathering, no place for anyone to go,
Well, LaRon says the restaurant kitchen is closed at 10 p.m. I done been to some places, they still got food after 10. So I don't know, I don't know. You're gonna have to run a list to see, I done been downtown at 8 after 10.
Yeah, I would.
And it wasn't no food truck, because I don't even go to the food trucks. I just know I tasted some of the food from the food trucks, but I don't go downtown. It's like, let me eat out of a food truck. I just eat it. I taste the food.
Oh, you haven't had Fatty Patty?
No, I haven't had Fatty Patty yet.
I recommend it.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, I could go downtown and eat it, so it is what it is. But what I'm saying is, this is where I say you kill 2 birds with 1 stone. And the downtown establishments are happy. We got to pay rent down here. You know how high it is to get a brick and mortar downtown? And then you just pulled up with a truck? I'm just saying.
I think it helps the businesses, They got, at least, I don't know, people are out getting drunk. They go out, have a quick bite, come back in and go drink some more. I feel like that'd be great.
Well, I think they, like I said, it's like, let's say you get a nice burrito. That's like $10. And you get in these establishments, you get 50, you got to pay 15,
Exactly.
So we'll see. We'll see how it works. Once the food trucks is gone and there's still problems, what they going to say? Are they going to increase the curfew?
I don't.
If it happens, right, let's say food trucks gone, You still have the same problem. Nothing ain't changed. Then what do you do after that?
I don't know. I don't do come up with another excuse. I definitely don't think it's the food trucks, but I can see how they can, say it is because, there's a place for them to hang out and loiter around. But if you ain't got no money, you're spending no money, you're just sitting there, in front of those lights.
Right. And I'm going to tell you this. I think that kids loiter anyway. They just find areas that's active and they go and stand around just to be near some action. And I think that this started a long time ago, and a lot of people forget that they was up at Midtown. A long time ago, a couple years, back when Cavalier Johnson was an alder person. And they was all up at Midtown. Then this big shooting took place. Then they put boulders up so the kids couldn't get back in there. And right at the same time, that was when the Bucks was winning. Everybody was going downtown to see the Bucks because they was excited. Giannis and Chris Middleton, and so everything was going on. So they got the boulders up so they couldn't go to Midtown, and that's when they realized that they could go downtown. That's actually true. Now that I'm thinking about it, like I said, I've been living down there for a while. Yeah. It right after the Bucks won, that's when all like the groups and stuff like that started coming down a lot more. Because they weren't even going down there at first. Yeah, because most of them at first they were going to just go watch the Bucks games and stuff like that and go hang out after. But now it's like a track after that incident at Midtown where they said 100 bullets went flying, and they remedy for that was to block the kids from going into the lot up there at Midtown. That and that combined with the playoffs pushed all of those young people to discover downtown. True, and they've been down there ever since. Hey, cause and effect. Yeah. I mean, I couldn't put my finger on what caused it, but that's definitely. Yeah, I was watching it. I was watching it happen because I felt like if this is where the kids was gathering, why don't you get all the resources when they up there, set up tables, and just go where they at? Yeah. Okay, so I was my idea. But when they blocked them out, all of a sudden the Bucks was winning. Everybody had Bucks fever. They went downtown, and they never stopped going down there ever since because they didn't even know Water Street was cracking like that. So it's hey, now look at the aftermath. Yeah, it's it'll definitely be an interesting summer. I'm sure we'll be talking about it. Here we go. Well, thank you, Xavier, for filling in today. Oh yeah, no problem. On this Friday. You don't mind having a socialist on your show? No, I don't care about politics like that. But I'll say this. Long as we got the work done, long as we got the job done, that's all that counts. I think we did. I think it was powerful. Very powerful. Hey, look, salute to everybody in the chat. Another powerful week of chatting. I appreciate y'all for joining the show as usual. Y'all be safe this weekend. Y'all have a fun, safe weekend. We got the Wisconsin Broadcasting Association Awards this weekend. Maybe I'll bring one back home for y'all. Salute to everybody that called in to the show. Salute to everybody out there in Truth Nation. Have a fun, safe weekend. Hey, look, keep y'all head on a swivel. Green don't always mean go. And look both ways before you cross the streets. I love you. Dr. Ken Harris up next. Glittering may not be gold, don't let nobody play me. If you are my homeboy, you never have to pay me. Go and put your hands up. In times is how you stand up. LUP the man, cause a brand that the fans trust. So even if
in 1987, the Bucks took on the world and changed basketball forever.
At stake, basketball supremacy in the United States.
Bucks versus the world, narrated